think hearing the wind, the weather outside is delightful. Like, I like that feel Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We went to the mall. There was no Santa. What are y'all doing?
When the weather outside is frightful and the fire is so delightful.
Uh-huh. This motherfucker
and we ain't got no place to go.
Fuck it.
Yo, it's the MalloryBrosPodcast, a very, very special episode 180. Merry Christmas.
Absolutely.
Happy holidays to everybody.
Happy holidays.
If you're listening to this, shout out to you. If you're seeing this, are you seeing it?
No bullshit.
You know? Did they see us?
No bullshit. I feel like we've been gone a week. If you didn't catch episode 179, Table for One, it is on all audio platforms, but last week the visuals got fucked. Because Sony just be doing what the fuck they want. Calling y'all out, Sony. Get y'all shit together.
The week before we got screwed with the audio, or the week before that, the audio, Terrell's mic was just out.
Yep.
We still don't know how that happened. And then this last week, when we went to look at the file for the podcast, this one y'all are seeing right now, it just was gone. It was just a RSV file.
Yeah. But we actually have some breaking news for the podcast, y'all. The Mallory Bros podcast, as y'all know it, is moving. I'll say that. We've been dropping on Friday since this thing started. Like, we've been dropping each and every Friday. We've been saying that every Friday, Mallory Bros podcast. But with thinking about going into the new year, we said we about to have to make some changes, to how we do things. And so the podcast is going to go from Fridays to Tuesdays. It will no longer be a Friday drop.
A very new journey for the podcast.
Yep.
And I think it's going to be on a great day of the week, Tuesday, where we'll be able to be, I feel like, a lot more on pace with everything else that y'all see.
Yeah. A lot of the shit that we cover is, a lot of times be from stuff that happened over the weekend that we're not getting to the next week. So we talked about it and we said, if we go to Tuesday, it allows people to kind of listen to the podcast throughout the week. The weekend, everybody be out, people be at brunch. And by the time they get to the podcast, it'd be like Monday. And we're looking at viewership. We start off doing all right, but then after the weekend,
y'all will get to
that's where people are starting to view the podcast. So we went from Fridays to Tuesdays, starting in the new year. So let me look at the calendar real quick. The next podcast will come out on Friday the 29th.
Yep.
But after that, you'll get another podcast on that following Tuesday.
The 2nd.
Which is the 2nd.
Yeah. And look, this is going to open up a lot of doors for us, we think, because the podcast coming out on a Friday, y'all got to think, most of the new music drops on Friday. So we want to kind of be prepared for new music and look, all new things, that to come. I think Fridays are days for that, and we don't want the podcast to drop Friday. We'd rather it drop with all the other weekly stuff. And Terrell made a good point. A lot of the award shows and certain events and things happen over the weekend. It'd be nice for y'all to hear from us a little bit sooner.
Exactly.
So
100%.
And I'm excited.
Yeah, that's also not the only new news for the Mallory Bros and for the podcast. We got a lot of plans for the new year. It's time for us to really grizzly some shit, Yeah. And so don't be you might hear some different changes about this podcast as well.
You might. But we have to make certain changes so that we have room for other things, which is definitely dope. So as long as y'all know that we cooking, I know some of y'all feel away or feel like we could do more. And trust me, we hear a lot of what y'all say, and we trying to apply it. We just got to do it our time,
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but things are in motion for sure. And it starts with that Tuesday drop. MalloryBrosPodcast each and every Tuesday. Damn, I wish I can go and flip all of them videos and just edit it to say Tuesday. It's all good.
They're fine. But everything else aside, it is holidays. Happy holidays to everybody. I just wanted to start by saying it don't really feel like Christmas. And I know we say that shit every year, and it's probably like, oh, whatever. But number one, the shit came fast as hell.
Let me ask you this before you even get into why it don't.
Uh-huh.
I'll ask you what makes Christmas feel like Christmas.
It probably is very personal for me. You know what I'm saying? Because normally, when I think about Christmas, I think about seeing a bunch of lights, hearing a bunch of Christmas carols, snow.
Christmas carols? We ain't grow up with that bullshit.
Nah, not Christmas carols on some motherfuckers outside.
Oh, you mean hearing the
type
Christmas
shit.
music?
But think hearing the wind, the weather outside is delightful. Like, I like that feel Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We went to the mall. There was no Santa. What are y'all doing?
When the weather outside is frightful and the fire is so delightful.
Uh-huh. This motherfucker
And we ain't got no place to go.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Let it.
Let it fall out there.
Nah, he was in
get straight to it.
He was in a Birkin when he made that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like, it's just certain elements of Christmas that are kind of like all over the place. But it could be me though, because I haven't been outside like that. I've been inside with my son. Like, we decorated late. We did the bulk of our Christmas shopping on the 19th, 18th. I'm doing express shipping.
That's my Christmas every year, and I act like I'm gonna be better, but I'm never better.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, look, we picking the spirit up. You know, we got the trees up. We got gifts under the tree. We done knocked everybody out.
Nah, yeah. Christmas, I feel like don't be feeling like Christmas, y'all, because I feel like when you get older, it start feeling like a priority. You start feeling like, damn, well, I gotta do this, and this before this one day. And then y'all know how we live our lives. I don't know if y'all realize, like, ever since school, especially in that late part of school, you start realizing that, like, deadlines and the due dates, that's the biggest takeaway from school that I feel like we all take into, like, adulthood. Like, in school, they say, yo, you got to do this paper, but it's not due this weekend. Remember those projects? Those were the ones that fucked you. Oh, shit, yeah, when's that due? Like, those the ones that got us prepared for this. And I think Christmas becomes, like, a bill due date. Like, damn, I got to get this, and this. And you start looking at it like, I got to do all of this stuff before this day.
Uh-huh.
You are replacing all of your joy with stress.
That's a fact.
You hear Christmas music and you don't think, hey, it's Christmas time. You think, I got to get, what's the name of that fucking toaster?
Yes, that is 100% what happened to me. I'm like, damn, I didn't get such and such a gift. What should I do?
Y'all want to know how you can put yourself in Christmas spirit, man? Put a Christmas movie on in the background and just make some hot chocolate. Christmas time.
Oh, yeah. You cooking.
Hot
I haven't
chocolate.
watched not one Christmas movie this year.
Not one. And you ain't going to be able to. Just put the shit on. Once you start watching, you can be like, oh, he getting ready to. And then it is what it is. You need to just hear it. The Grinch is the all-time one of the best Christmas movies ever.
Nah, to get you in that Christmas mood for sure. Mm-hmm. Of course, all of the Home Alones. I'm a Home Alone guy. I like Home Alone. You know, they were trying to shit on Home Alone 3. I like Home Alone 3. It wasn't the regular Kevin McCall. It wasn't Macaulay, but I like that one.
I think all of the Home Alones was dope because great idea. Great idea. Kid left home alone. People think they getting ready to burglarize the house for money.
But the witty
but
kid
it's like,
got
hold
all
up. Is there a kid here? And I thought that was dope. They're not after the kid on some creep shit. They trying to get them like jewels and shit, but it's like, oh shit, there's a smart ass kid here.
That's fucking this shit up for us. 100%. But yeah, man, I hope everybody enjoys the holiday. It's gonna be a weird week because I think this is the first time in a minute Christmas fall on a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
You feel? But we gonna try
starting the week with Christmas. By Friday,
we on the way to New Year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Damn.
Friday, we gonna be into the New Year.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, we got another podcast before New Year, so we're not gonna get into no New Year stuff, but
no Razzies.
This is right now where you get your, I think you know how you do your Spotify Wrapped, y'all. This is where you do your 2024 Terrell's Life Wrapped.
No bullshit.
I ain't gonna lie, I found a journal of mine from 2021 where I was talking about all of my goals, and I said, damn, you still ain't do a lot of this shit on this list. It is what it is.
We're gonna talk about that next week.
When
we get the New Year's conversations out.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that for sure, because it's a lot of shit that I'm working about. Hey, bro, do you remember when they sent you on winter break in school, they would give you that fucking winter break packet?
Yes.
How fucked up is that? Why do we have work?
Why do we have work to do during Christmas time? That was bullshit.
And they used to be pressed to get them drinks back. Turn your packets in up front. Boy, did you have a bad Christmas?
Before test grade. Package will before test grade. Why? Because fuck our Christmas. What are you going home to do? You know?
Yeah, I never fucked with that. Y'all know how I felt about homework. We had the conversation.
I feel like I fuck with homework, but I definitely I'm on the kid side with this one. Fuck the home packets. Come on.
Yeah.
Or look, you got a home packet? Let's just when you come home, let's just do it. Yeah. Cause I don't want my kid. I was doing mine on the 30th.
Yeah.
And we go back in 2 days. Fuck that.
And I'm saying, fuck it. I ain't reading this shit.
I'm trying to play with my Game Boy. There was nothing like getting a Game Boy for Christmas.
It wasn't.
Like, cause it was a portable game. You want me to go to the store with you? Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my Game Boy with me.
No bullshit.
Like, it was the best shit ever. And the games were small. I could take 4 games with me in my pocket.
Yeah. And you know what? This is what I'll say. You gonna be out of town for Christmas. So what are your thoughts? You know, you're not gonna be here.
First time in my whole life I won't be in town for Christmas. But at this point, you know, Christmas has become something different. Since we older. We older now. It ain't about when I was young and I wanted to come downstairs or I was anticipating getting something. I think to be out of state for Christmas is gonna be weird to be calling and be on the phone. Like you saying Christmas don't feel like Christmas, but that's what I'm trying to, this is my biggest takeaway from it. My parents raised us to love Christmas and be real with the Christmas spirit. So I'm just trying to be the best representation of what we have for Christmas here when I get out there. Like A-Train family is dope. So I already know it ain't gonna be like you know, but I just think, you know, it's easy to get into a Christmas vibe for me. I'm a mingly person. If we doing something, let's do it. If y'all want to do this, then let's do it. I'm not like I could get shy.
Yeah.
Like I ain't the karaoke guy. But I'm with the shits, bro. That's why I say, yo, I'm not out here to be like, oh, it's about to be my first Christmas away. Nah, I'm hype.
That's good. I'm definitely the karaoke guy. If I get drunk, though, I gotta be super drunk. I gotta live with
confidence.
I have to be like almost not remembering shit drunk because I definitely will be like, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, then if I do it, I'm gonna regret it because you're gonna be nasally drunk. You know how you so drunk you nasally? Like you can tell this nigga been drinking.
We was out when we was in DR at the resort when we went. Was that last year? Damn, that was last year. They were doing karaoke and G was like, you should do it. I was tore up too, and I still was like, fuck no. Because first of all, they had the little joint where you gotta pick from their songs. I need to be able to do my own. I ain't coming up here singing that bullshit.
Yeah, I ain't like that. Like on the cruise joint where they had the little competition joint. The bruh got me dancing some shit. I said I should have been able to pick.
I should have been able to pick my own music. Yeah.
Fuck it. Hey, but look, one thing I do want to say before we leave the Christmas thing is, you know, for my people out there that might not have a huge camp, you might not have a big family, you might not have a situation that's real comfortable for Christmas. It's just a day, bro. And it's a day that some people choose to spend together for family. It's a super serious religious day. But for the most part, don't let that beat you up. Because look, if you ain't got no family members, even though these niggas video clip got fucked last week, we got you, bro. Trust me, I know what it's like.
And big shout out to everybody that practice Islam or, you know, maybe of another religion that's just taking the week and the day off from Monday to just be with family, eat some good food.
Come on, man. In EOD, we all got to get back to the cash.
You know what me and G been saying? At the end of the day gonna end.
It's gonna end.
We've been saying that a lot.
I like that. At the end of the day, the day's gonna end.
They gonna be over. And who gonna be sitting beside you?
And then we sitting with the same problem.
She was telling me that because I was like, damn, Terrance not gonna be here. And she was like, we were talking about how everybody grown up. You know what's crazy? Our Christmas situation this year completely flipped.
Yeah.
We don't live together. No, we didn't live together last year. But I got a son. You're going to be out of town. Candace married. She moved out. Kelly's in town.
Yeah.
Everything changed.
Yeah.
And she was like, at the end of the day, everybody going to be with who they supposed to be with.
That's true.
That's true.
A fact. That's true. That's why I say, yo, it really ain't about gifts. It's not about you feeling that Christmas spirit. Take the day off, bro.
Take that
EOD.
day.
Some
Hell
of y'all,
yeah.
Take that day. The first thing that happened before we left the podcast last week was the Kanye rant. Don't know if you got much to say on that. It's been a whole week that we've heard it. I mean, heard what he said.
To me, there's always little truths in what Kanye says. There's always like some small truths caked into it. But I'm at the point now in my witnessing a Kanye Rant journey where I'm starting to see through what he's saying and starting to place a timetable on when he's saying it. Because my biggest criticism was, you're saying this now. This your tone. This is what you're saying now. We gotta do this. They against us. They trying to take the country. They trying to do this from us. It's a bunch of us, we. When you try and put an album out. You know what I'm saying? You got an album coming out called Vultures. And you're doing a culture vulture rant almost type. You know what I'm saying? It's just, to me, sometimes it's starting to get performative because we've seen how you was moving before when you was on your, sitting down with the 4chan podcast and talking to the random white supremacist dude. And y'all, chatting, and you wasn't really all for us for real then. And I know the Kanye fans probably wouldn't like that. But that's just a fact. That's what happened. You gonna say, Donald Trump, you ain't getting our support unless you letting Larry out. But you was the first nigga to put the MAGA hat on saying, no, we you know what I'm saying?
And in the same rant, you was like, y'all niggas ain't want to put the MAGA hat on.
No. That's the thing. He says wild
He didn't.
shit. He says it's a lot of shit he says in his rant. Some of it is cool. Some of it is true about the power structure and about
I was about to say, some of the shit that he said was definitely true.
But a lot of the shit he says to me is just I'm left with like, I would need you to explain that. Like the whole Jesus, Hitler, Kanye. I'm going to just let him rock. He got an album coming out. I'm excited for the album, actually, which I feel like I really shouldn't be, but, And then, of course, in Kanye fashion, the album was supposed to drop Friday with the podcast. We said on the pod, hopefully y'all listening to that new Kanye. Mm-hmm. But, of course, it's not coming out.
Of course.
How did you feel about it? Anything stuck out to you, though?
He says real shit sometimes. Sometimes he make me feel like, damn, we getting, like, an inside perspective from somebody that's, a big-time dude. Some of the things he say definitely rubbed me the wrong way, like when he was like, Jay-Z probably looking at this like, oh, they definitely gonna kill him now. What? Like, you talking crazy. Like, that's a crazy way to talk. Mm-hmm. And it made me think, damn, if something happened to him, low-key, I would definitely think it was funny business. That's why I think, damn, him saying stuff like that, I wonder if it's, like, purposeful. Because it made me think, all right, nothing better happened to him because...
Nah, yeah, but Jay said some stuff like that before.
What? Jay?
Yeah, they gonna have to kill me, grandmama. I'm not their slave.
Okay, yeah.
So I get it. I feel like that's like a safety net almost.
That's what it feels like, yeah, like a safety net.
And of course,
I feel like when you come out and say, like, what's the dude's name? Jussie Smollett? He was like, if anything happens to me in there, I did not try to kill myself. Nothing's happened. And I think once you say, they gonna try to kill me, and I'm not trying,
You're right, I'm with you though.
They gonna try to get at me. If something happens to me, it was Drake. Remember that?
Jussie tried to take the Sandra Bland route. Nigga, no, you lied. Do you know that's why he said that? Jussie Smollett was talking about how if I die in here, I did not, against my will.
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Remember they even added that scene to back when Sandra Bland died, they added that scene for Cookie's character, Taraji, who we, talk about her later. They added that for Cookie, where they was like, if I die in police custody, I did not, whatever. Jussie, please. Ain't nobody coming for you. But I feel what you're saying. But when you talk about the powers that be like that, like Kanye was, you definitely got to kind of throw that out there.
And I see where you coming from, where you say it might have been for a rollout, Album's supposed to be dropping on the 31st. This is New Year's Eve. We'll see. That type of rollout don't work for me in Kanye albums no more, though. I was going to say that. Yeah. Even if it is a rollout, it don't work for me no more. I need the music.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I am now. Like, where it's like, and I think that's where everybody is. Like, even me and Terrell telling y'all, we got new stuff coming. I know how some of y'all feel. Some of y'all feel like, cool, but like, let's see it. Right. That's just kind of the world we live in now. And that's where everybody has to get used to that. Like, people are like, yo, we seeing less and less rollouts. Well, do people give a fuck about rollouts anymore? Maybe it's just
the rollout has changed. We can talk about that real quick. The rollout has changed.
We don't got to talk about the rollout changing.
All right, we don't have to. But it has changed.
But it's definitely more so like not even a thing anymore. Mm-hmm. Dropped my album.
Think about it. Who going up to the Breakfast Club for real Like, remember how we used to watch Breakfast Club when we was like just graduated high school, like senior year? Them Breakfast Club interviews was everything.
Yeah, but it's changed now. You got Funny Marco. You got
the funny shit. You can do some wild
the Kai
shit.
Cenat stream. Nikki was just on there. There's other things you could do for your album rollout
That are better than the traditional way.
Yeah, I'm just saying. And I wouldn't expect a small artist. Look, like Ari Lennox. Do you expect Ari Lennox to go on this big ass rollout tour? Not necessarily.
Yeah,
but when you somebody Kanye level, it's like, yo, you got the opportunity to do something huge, like Travis Scott. You got the opportunity to do something big. Why not?
A great rollout for him. Your man Anthony Edwards. He's a wild boy.
He's young, but the young guys are. I don't know if I can read them anymore. I used to think that I would be able to read y'all. I was gonna say this part of this podcast is gonna be called Not Pressure.
Not pressure.
Not pressure.
I bet. Expound.
You niggas are in the NBA. At a certain point, we got to look at this like, all right.
Hold on. Give some backstory on what happened first.
Backstory, if you don't know, Anthony Edwards is playing for the NBA's best Minnesota Timberwolves.
Are they right now?
I think so. They're at least the best in the West or second in the West or some shit. But Anthony Edwards is young. He was just balling for Team USA during the summertime. I think he's one of the biggest young stars in the league. Mm-hmm. I also very weirdly feel like he looks like Michael Jordan. I don't know why.
Okay.
I feel like in the face, he legit looks like Michael Jordan sometimes to me.
I can see it.
Like he legit looked like him. Anyway, even his attitude. I love the kid. But these young dudes show their age. You know what I'm saying? They've been showing their age.
Yeah.
And recently, there was an Instagram model that came out and said that, you know, if you didn't see it, there was a back and forth about her wanting to have a baby and him not wanting to have it. She sent the nigga a AI baby of they mixed race. Mm-hmm. And he went viral for just saying, send the video.
Send the video. Yeah. He wanted proof. I got the text message. Proof. She basically, I got the text message. I'll read it real quick.
Oh, okay.
She sent him the pregnancy stick. And this is for everybody that haven't seen it. If you already seen it, you can just hit the tap +5. But she said, I still have an appointment on the 27th with the picture of the pregnancy stick. And he said, hell no. Can't do this.
Hell no.
Fucked up. And she said, ... So now what? What a great response. Because, yeah, like, what? He says, get an abortion, LOL.
Get an abortion, LOL.
You wildin'. Anthony, even if we was to cut it right there, you wildin'. And I'm gonna expound why. She says, honestly, I had an abortion with my son around 2 years ago, and I regret it every day. And he said, man, you can't force a kid in the world. You don't know what it is yet. And she said, that's not the point. I said I had an abortion 2 years ago, and I regret it. And he says, yeah, but I don't want a kid. And she says, being cool to you is just going to get an abortion by myself and you not doing shit and going about your day. That's being cool to you. Obviously, you've been through this before just by your reaction. He says, I will send you money to help you out. And then she says, I didn't ask for it, but okay. You just don't want a baby. Is that why you saying all of this? Because I've been cool with you. He says, I don't want kids. Let's handle this like grown-ups. She says, okay. I'm not trying to force you to be a dad to a baby you don't want. I just don't like abortions, and that doesn't make me wrong. Basically, long story less known, he sends her $100,000. She posted the wire. And at this point, we don't even know if she got the abortion or not yet.
She got it. Right?
How y'all know? Because he said the money?
I don't think he would have sent the money without the video that he probably eventually got.
Yeah, I forgot about that part. Send the video. It got to a point in the text messages, y'all, where she was like, she was saying shit and he just kept saying, send the video, send the video, send the video of her taking this.
I don't know what you about to say, so you go ahead first.
I was going to say that I think he's in the wrong.
Okay, yeah.
I think the conversation that everybody was having on the timeline that I wanted to address, though, in regards to it was, if he don't want the baby, then he shouldn't be responsible for it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I see that a lot from people, and I don't agree with that, y'all. Like, I don't agree with that because it's such a big thing to go through with an abortion. Like, it's a huge thing to do. The process is painful. Like, even like the pill. People talk about that pill Like it's just, oh, you just take a pill, whatever. Like that shit causes certain women, like they be in pain. They still gotta like pass. Like they gonna bleed different. It can fuck up your periods and all that. Like it's not an easy thing. And if I feel like, and you can tell me if you think different, but if you fuck somebody raw and they get pregnant and they want to keep it, you can't say, oh, well, since I didn't want it, I don't want to be responsible for it. Because at the end of the day, the kid didn't ask to be here and it's your kid. There's no way you cannot be responsible for it, even if you didn't want it. And that's just, I know that's probably a hot or a sketchy opinion that I have.
I don't think so. I think that's the no-brainer adult thing to say.
Okay.
Like, of course, it's his responsibility to take care of a kid if he have it. I wasn't getting on here to play social war. I wasn't getting on here to play like because I think that's a no-brainer. Like, come on, bro. You shouldn't be. You're an NBA.
Niggas online are saying he shouldn't be responsible if she have the baby. Then that was the conversation.
Well, then that's a different conversation. That's about like, okay, so in that situation, I guess I get both sides of it. The nigga's telling you he don't want to have a baby, and you're like, well, I want a baby. It really is kind of fucked up for you to bring a baby into the world knowing that somebody don't want it and there's options, but the fucked up part is those options are something that she would have to deal with that could be long-term affecting on her versus just him. It ain't just as easy as, oh, just go get an abortion. Like, you can just go to the store and just get it handled. So, like, I definitely get it. I mean, but, like,
I see the points that people make when they
you definitely have to be responsible in what you're sticking your shit in.
Right. That's where I think the responsibility part should come first.
Yeah.
Because now it shouldn't even be a conversation of that. It should be, damn, like y'all gotta take, I hate to call it an L, but
I don't think he's taking an L because of the baby. Fuck the whole, oh, you don't want to have this baby thing. Low key, bro, this is everyday business with these chicks. This is everyday business with the type of chick that this shit is. That's why when I started this, I didn't start this combo to say.
So what are you trying to say? Because obviously what I'm
Shorty
saying
is a fucking dub and you niggas are in the NBA. Like, I'm very disappointed. That's what I was getting on here to say. I wasn't getting on here to go at the
you go ahead and
take care of your responsibilities route.
That's the mature conversation is that.
I agree with you. It's like, yo, we know that as a man, you can't be out here funny with.
Yeah, but that's not what the TL was doing.
So that's the only reason what your TL be looking like, but I don't be like, you're like, oh, but the TL was, what was the TL doing? Like,
I just told you, but obviously you have some different, so you have an issue with the girl.
I just feel like you're in the NBA and you're dealing with somebody like this. I feel the same way. And
I do agree with that.
This is why when I had started, I'm like, you're like, oh, well, give him context. And it's like, I knew context would end up us being on a serious shit.
All right, go ahead, because obviously you have a different angle or some shit. Go ahead.
I just feel like you should take care of your kid if you're having a kid with somebody. Otherwise, you shouldn't sleep with that person. Like, how many times do we have to get on there and say that? Like, you don't think everybody kind of like agrees with you? Like I get it, but like I don't think any fellas are. Maybe you're TL. There's fellas fighting against.
It's not fighting, but that's a common conversation when it comes to abortion. And it came back up with Shorty because they were like, hey, well, you know what? If she's going to keep it, should he be responsible was a question that people was asking. It's not as cut and dry as you think.
I don't think it's cut and dry.
I do agree.
More so than I kind of think it's like a conversation that we could have every day of the week. Should you take care of a kid or should the girl get it aborted? I just feel like me and you both know what we think about that, which is take care of your kid if it's coming. No, don't treat somebody like shit. I'm not going to tell Anthony Edwards this like he ain't an NBA star and he ain't dealing with people who are legit looking to take advantage of him in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm more so critical of him in a sense of why are you even dealing with somebody like this? I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Did you see the girl?
Not yet.
Dub, man.
It's a
and
walking.
You're in the NBA. Like look at Zion Williamson in the joint you was walking around with.
No, yeah.
Or even like PJ Washington getting dubbed by, what's her name years ago? Brittany Renner. It was still, even back then, I was like, damn, like, y'all not seeing it? And then, low-key, this the thing. Do you remember when Brittany Renner and PJ Washington had first got together and everybody was like, well, you're dumb because she done said what she gonna do. And then she did it to you. Yep. And nobody's really surprised. It's like, yo, what do the young players be thinking? That's what I don't get.
I actually do agree with that because Zion was wilding with the chick that he was messing with. And I feel like they be on some, but this is my thing. This is exactly what happens. They be on some wild boy shit, messing with these BBL bandits on IG. You fucking somebody in some random city. You not being responsible. So now you got a baby on the way.
This is my only viewpoint on it. You're fucking that, right? And now she want a baby from you. I'm not about to sit here and say, yo, handle your responsibilities, shit like that. Because that's low-key a given. I'm more so just like feeling like, Terrell, you telling him what he need to hear? I'm still on the how did this even fucking happen? Like, you not only engage with this, but you like finished.
Nah, yeah.
Like you set this up, laid down with it, finished.
Didn't pull out, no protection.
You should just be embarrassed. Like this is nothing to even be surprised about. Like, are you surprised that these texts leaked?
Nah,
and
yeah.
then did you see he got a pregnant girl?
No way.
I think he got a girl that's like his girl and she pregnant.
Are you sure about that? Because that's a big statement to make.
This is what I'm hearing from A-Train. You know, I don't know if it's true. You know, your girl in here.
Gotta vet
and
that.
I heard that she was on her way to a funeral when he left her. He's heartless. And you be like, oh, I found out the second part wasn't true. She just added some spice on that. A-Train was talking about how that has to be the worst feeling. Can you imagine? You a girl, you having this nigga kid, and here come this motherfucker talking about
Nah,
baby.
yeah. Damn.
Because now you sitting there with this nigga's baby in your stomach, and you think, damn, am I on the same level as Shorty? What's different between me and Shorty? Oh, you really fuck with her. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I definitely get that.
But you know how these young niggas move in different cities. They want to live that Magic Johnson life minus the, his situation. They want to have a Johnny. Remember Magic Johnson on the documentary was like, it was a point where I had a girl or two in every single city. If we played Toronto, I had joints up there. If we played whoever, I had joints out there. They want to live that life. But the joints they picking is trash. That joint is trash. I'm sorry, y'all.
Man, I think y'all can do much better. I feel like we see enough pressure out there for y'all. Y'all the ones who can go and get that. But look, I was thinking even still, maybe I'm wrong. Because even with the dude named DeAndre Ayton getting caught up with the other joint. What y'all doing? Yo, what's up? Maybe it's the athlete thing. You know, they say athletes don't really have swag. They just got money and can afford shit and they good at sports. Yeah. But they don't really have no type of mind for real.
Nah, for sure. A lot of them
Anthony Edwards seemed like a funny dude.
Yeah. But you're right though, about a lot of these athletes, they're good at, they don't really have much of the personality side of it.
Yeah.
Because, bro, it's not easy to just go bag some of these joints from IG. It don't matter who you are, what money you got. The money is also probably scary to some of these. Not the money, but the notoriety is probably also scary.
Even the gutter joints, I feel like y'all could do better.
You could.
Like Zion, I don't know, but like.
I done seen some OnlyFans from chicks that look better than that. And then when I seen it was her, I said, bet I'm going to go check the IG because, you want to see what the nigga was working with. I got to the joint and was like, this?
Hell nah. Anyway, we going to move it forward. Anthony Edwards and the young dudes. Hey, yo, I don't know. Y'all good at basketball, I guess. Do you remember when women made us believe that their situation smelled like something? Do you remember we was young? Or, this might be a little X-rated for y'all. Remember when your girl used to say, or girls used to say that they shit smelled like strawberries, or down there it smelled like... And then you ever realize you just get older and realize that all of that shit was bullshit?
It shouldn't smell like anything.
It shouldn't smell like...
That's why
it won't smell like anything.
It should smell like this cup of water.
Yep.
Nothing.
When I was young, I used to think oh, it's about to, and this is a terrible combo. Oh, it's about to smell like some flowers, some strawberry,
You really fell for that. I never fell for that bullshit.
Bro, all right. I know I'm not the only one that remembers
The first time I ever fingered a chick.
Whoa.
It's an adult podcast.
I'm not trying to go that far.
I'm just saying that was the first time I realized,
I'm talking before you got busy. I felt like when we was young, it was like, maybe that was the figurative thing.
It was a figurative
You know what I'm
thing.
saying?
Yeah,
it was
had
like
to
this.
be because once you get that first smell,
once you get down there, you're like, oh, okay, all of that was bullshit.
Nah, yeah. And I mean, I've had a variety of.
This is what I was saying last night. If it has a smell, then it's a bad thing and it's probably not a good smell.
100%.
It's supposed to just not have no type of smell.
You should go down there and then you're more confident when there's no smell.
But there's another thing. I was thinking, what if it did smell like some dope ass Fruity Pebbles or some shit when you get down there?
Oh, that would be, I guess, cool, but like it's just not realistic. Where is that gonna come from?
And don't get me confused, y'all. I'm not dealing with any. You know how you talk about shit and people think you dealing with something?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm not dealing with none of that. Trust me, everything is good on this side. It just made me think like, yo, we was real young and dumb. That like these kids, these NBA players, I feel like you could tell Zion, oh yeah, it smell like strawberries down there. He gonna be like, oh shit. How do you get somebody like that to? How do you get an NBA nigga smitten and you're?
Do you not remember the nigga talking to the young white girl on the phone saying she was beautiful or some shit?
But you see, that's what I mean. That's
He's
what I mean. He
gullible
probably
as shit. And then they sent the nigga to New Orleans. Okay. He about to turn up. And that's what he been doing. You see they was talking about him eating the table? How he eat everything up?
Mm-hmm.
They said he go down there and get them crawfish. He did.
It's funny because I just feel like they gullible. It got to be something that they buying that it's not. Like it's not a real thing, but by the time the show start, whatever. You know,
That's
like
the
these
case
days,
with a
your
lot of
girl
these-
will say, soon as I see you, I'm about to do this. Or a girl will tell you what she gonna do, and then when you get there, you realize, oh, that was cap.
Oh, yeah, you learned that very early.
But when you're a young nigga, you don't give a fuck.
When you're a young
Pull
nigga,
up.
that shit drive you all the way out there. You'll drive 2 hours. Hey, because they normally go down. If they get to talking like that, it'll normally go down. You just got to go out there and make it happen.
IDK, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I wish I was a young nigga in the NBA with some dough. I'll show you niggas how it's done.
But you know what, Terrance? I'll say this. A lot of these people that grow up and get money, they think, bet, since I have this money now, I should be able to get a chick like this. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And when they go after these chicks that are looking for like a guy that has personality, that guy that's, a little bit more well-versed than just, yo, we about to chill, come over the crib, it don't work out. And they end up just settling for the BBL bandit that don't give a fuck, but just likes you because you have money. Or you're the guy that plays for the team.
It's some bad at BBL bandit.
It is. I mean, it is. But look, if Zion had any type swag, and I hate to use a nigga as an excuse. I mean, as an example. But if that nigga had any cachet, if he had any game, you wouldn't be dealing with a Mariah Mills.
Mm-mm.
You wouldn't be dealing with that. You'd be dealing with somebody else.
Trust me.
The tweet I bookmark says, I don't care what y'all say. Tell me about yourself is not a good question on the first date. Number one, it's not a question at all. It's a command. I don't want to randomly list facts about myself.
So if you go on a date with somebody and you sit down with them for the first time, you might tell them, so tell me about yourself. What do you like to do? Where you like to go? Right? Terrell is telling me that that's not a good way to go about.
That you added a little you added a little extra on there. You added some paprika. Because you said, tell me about yourself.
Paprika
what
is
you like
nothing.
to do, where you going, but it changed that color.
It changed the color.
It does. And if you got smoked paprika, then we talking about a completely different beast.
Smoked paprika is fire.
Fire. Y'all gotta get the salmon rub from Trader Joe's.
It's really just smoke.
Yeah. But it changed that flavor.
It make your meal smoky.
You ain't using it right.
Terrell, it's smoke. It's nothing else besides
using it
smoke
right.
and paprika. And paprika's nothing.
Paprika normally would just give this a little color. But
Devil eggs.
that smoke, that's something about that smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Tell me about yourself is such an interview question.
It is.
It's like a question that I would ask in an interview. And let me tell you something. I've interviewed over 1,000 candidates over my retail.
And that was your favorite question, wasn't it?
No, that was a question that I really didn't like because it really challenges the person to like come up with some shit.
Come up? What am I coming up with?
Meaning you gotta say what you gotta like really be able to say. Oh, and to me, it's weird if I ask you that question and you automatically have an answer for it. Is that wrong? Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're wrong.
Think about it. If I say, tell me about yourself, you say, oh, well, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that, I'm that, I'm that. It sounds like an interview. It's not like we're not getting to know each other. It feels like an interview question.
Fellas.
I would never ask somebody that question.
You wouldn't, but you would. You just wouldn't ask it in that way. And that's not asking the question.
That is the paprika that you keep adding. Because it's different. You said, so tell me about yourself. What you like to do, where you like to go. See, that's different.
That's literally low-key the same thing.
So tell me about yourself. Like, what's your deal? I used to get on the dating apps, and the girls would be like, so what's your deal? What are you all about? What the fuck do you want me to say? We both on this dating app.
I'm trying to fuck.
That's your problem right there. And that's
You're not going to respond to that?
That's
but
your
honestly,
problem right there.
Look.
But to me, you see, that's where it's like.
You asked me to tell you what I was about, and this is a dating app. So, like, I get it. You're going to get a shit response in that sense. But look, on a first date, we sitting table. I mean, floor is yours.
I don't like that, Terrance. You got to be more creative than that. And your ass would not do that. You wouldn't sit down on the first date and say, tell me about yourself. You're going to add the different shit.
I wish I could punch A-Train in. Because she'd tell you that I would.
You would ask, tell me about yourself?
I would say, it wouldn't say, I'm not going to say, tell me about yourself. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Even if you said, what do you like what is your, you know what question I hate too? And
when you first talk, first off, tell me about yourself something that you should never say on the first date, because I haven't been on a blind first date, for real. That seemed like a blind first date situation.
No, hold on, wait, look.
Tell me about yourself is something you asked on that first FaceTime call.
That's what I was getting ready to say. The first FaceTime call, don't say that.
Even the first FaceTime call, yeah, fellas, I mean, hey.
Fellas, no.
Not lead with it, but not lead.
You should inquire a different way. There's different ways in doing that, because tell me about yourself says, to me, I don't really give a fuck, but I don't have nothing else to ask you.
Oh, no, see, I know.
So I'm going to wait for you to say something that I can then create conversation around. Nah, fellas, you got to come ready to have a conversation with this chick.
So, damn. So you saying, what the fuck am I supposed to say? So my question to you can't ask her what she's all about. You're just then you're what?
Nah, I would say you could ask different things that have different questions that show your interest. To me, tell me about yourself means I want you to tell me about me, not I want to know about you. Does that make sense? If we get on the FaceTime and I say, yo, what you been up to today? Cool. So we start talking chip chat. So like, what do you do for work? You said you was a teacher type shit? Oh, okay, cool, perfect. How's that been? How long you been doing that?
Teacher type shit.
Yeah, okay, I'm kind of like,
Oh, yeah.
My girl was a teacher when I met her. Oh, how long you been doing that? XYZ. Then we could take
Tell me about yourself could have got there.
But she got to tell me.
Isn't she
you
doing
see
it?
how me saying, you a teacher, right? Like, how's that been? That shows I'm invested. Tell me about yourself sounds like nigga doesn't have anything to say. I got to create the conversation as a woman. You read the way of the superior man. I know that's in there somewhere.
It ain't. Tell me about yourself. I don't think it's a bad one, because it just opens the floor. You got some people that's going to fold in that moment. Then you got some people that's going to flourish. I feel like I wouldn't mind being asked, tell me about yourself. That is a question that we have to answer in interviews.
If I'm applying for the warehouse,
that's when I
job,
don't want to answer it in an interview, because it's like, I can't, in a job interview, I'm not going to tell you about the real me, because it's kind of, I'm going to tell you about the fake trying to get the job me.
Bet. So right now, Terrance, tell me about yourself. See how you got to think? Now watch this. You used to work retail, right? What made you get out of that?
That's a direct question.
Exactly.
My thing is, there's those questions, but then you can, I think, tell me about yourself starts a convo, right? And I don't think it's the best way to just say, tell me about yourself. But,
Even if you say, so what's up with you?
So what's going on in the world of Terrell right now? What you got going on? You know what I'm saying? What are you about? Y'all see when Quavo said, "Yo, how what you like to get into? What you like to do?" That's literally like asking a girl, "What are you into?" The girl said, "I like sucking and fucking."
Yeah, she was wild.
Damn, hold up.
She ain't know what to say.
But imagine Quavo said, "Yeah, I see you like to do this." When you start doing that, then he would have never got.
Change that different because he ain't know her.
It ain't different.
You see a
You
bad
said
chick on
the
IG.
first FaceTime joint.
Okay, look.
You don't know her.
Take you back a couple years, right? You single. You see a bad joint on IG. You like a few pics. Boom, boom, boom. She like 2 pics back. Boom, boom. You DM. Yo, XYZ. You get the number.
Yeah.
Yo, we should FaceTime tonight. Bet. Right? You call. Boop, 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 boop. She pick up. Woo.
Mm-hmm.
You say, yo. She like, what's up? What you gonna say next? What you doing? Type shit. I'm just, I just got off work. I just got to the crib chilling. XYZ. What you up to? Shit, same. Just got off work. Your next question is going to be probably like a where do you work type situation.
Nah, no way.
Or what you do.
No way. I don't know you.
Or where you go get something to eat, or I don't know.
Let me give y'all some tips.
Now the nigga got something to say, but he was just team, tell me about yourself. So remember that. Because now he going to try to add smoke paprika.
Now we automatically, you ever get on the phone with somebody for the first time, I'm about to give y'all some game. We should not be on the phone talking like we know each other. I don't know you like that yet. You ever get on the phone with the first time with somebody and they talking to you like they automatically know you? And I mean, like, that same situation, you ask shorty, oh, you just came from work? Oh, where you work? Oh, you
I just said that and you said no.
No. I'm saying, you say that. And then they say, oh, yeah, I work at PetSmart. And you're like, oh, you work at PetSmart? Oh, yeah, that's dope. And then they start saying, yeah, but every time I go to work, it's always this and then this. Like, okay, so we starting off on this about you and your job and your day before we really can introduce. Do I deserve to know about your day today?
You was worthy of getting a number and the FaceTime call. So yes.
But I don't even
because
know
we
her.
gotta see if this gonna work. When me and G
find out about her day. That's going.
When me and G first FaceTime call, never forget. That's my fiance. Shout out Bay.
We didn't already fucking know.
We talked for 4 hours that night. 4 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when we finally FaceTime, because I'm not gonna lie, I was bullshitting. She literally hit me with the, if you got some shit you need to do type shit, don't hit my phone type shit. And I'm like, shit. But anyway, we talked for 4 hours. In that convo, a lot of the beginning of it was us just kind of like talking about shit that was on our mind from our day.
I'm not starting my convo by saying, yo, how your day, how your day, if I don't know you. The second day I call you, bet, but I don't know you.
All right, bet. So you call, boo, answer.
This is my thing, fellas. And the same thing with A-Train. This is happening. This moment with me and this girl is happening. So address it type shit. You got the number. You talking to her. Or, I'm sorry, you got the number. You got dressed and all of that. Because you niggas had to put on a fresh tee or you had to put on whatever. Took your do-rag off. You set it up. So my thing is, I'm not about to get on here like you know me already. Especially if it was just off to get the number. I do think you might say something like, oh, okay. Phone rings. Hello. You know how it's that weird, awkward, oh, you can see me? Oh, yeah, okay. And it's like, yo, what's up? What were you just doing before this? Where you coming from?
I just got from work. We said all of that.
Look.
This is what Terrance does when he's still thinking.
I'm just baking it. I'm not going to go straight back to where we was.
We just said.
But when you cut me off, you want to fuck me up.
All right, go ahead.
It's, okay, what you doing? What were you doing before this? Oh, I just got off of work. Right? Oh, okay, you work today? Yup.
I just got off of work.
Because look, I'm not headed towards your job. I'm going to probably say something that I did or whatever. But I'm not going towards your job. I'm going to go towards the fact that we on the phone. You know what I'm saying? And then now it's... So
you going to say some shit like along the lines of like...
I'm going to say something like...
He don't know what he would say.
No, I do. But look, you said, well, what'd you say? I mean, we don't even have a whole fucking situation right here. You just got me on blast with the whatever. But I would say, With a random ass FaceTime call.
I'll tell you exactly what you would say.
I'm a smart nigga. I would have had some shit set up before to be able to bounce off by the time we got on the phone. But I would say some shit like,
tell me about yourself.
Nah, I would say, yo, I'm glad we, you know what I'm saying? We made it from the DMs and now we on the phone. That's, you know.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
because,
you know, it's crazy.
You know, I've been looking at you for a while. You know?
Yeah.
Nah, yeah.
That's crazy because I seen the likes and I said, okay. Cool.
I
so
would
y'all
just
get past
establish that, yo, we talking. And it's, you know, if I don't know if she's single, it's like, you single, you by yourself? You live by yourself? Look. You live by yourself, you single.
Okay, you single. So you asking questions that are telling you about herself, but you not gonna ask her to tell you about yourself.
I would.
Niggas forgetting the original point.
It's fucked up that you set me up on this way to where I have to say on the job that you made me say, no, we already asked her. So it's like, okay, well then from job, I'm not going into job and then saying, okay, so tell me about your job. Okay, well then tell me about, Susie don't like you? Well then tell me about Susie. I don't know you yet. I'm trying to figure out, hey, what we doing? Like on some Quavo shit, what you like to get into? Because if you tell me I got a collection of snakes, 15 of them, I don't give a damn what you do.
I don't like that question from Quavo because honestly, even though she said the stupidest shit ever, what is she supposed to say? Y'all just standing here in this white. What is she supposed to say? I like to go out and have fun.
Sorry, let me ask you. I'm a girl, right? Mm-hmm. And I say, what you like to do? No, I say, so tell me about yourself. Like, who am I sitting across from? You think, this is bullshit. I shouldn't have to answer that.
I fucking hate
That's
that
a great question.
And I'm going to counter your question on some chess shit. Or you know how a nigga, first of all, I don't know how to play. You got to teach me. But you know how in checkers, because I know how to play checkers, nigga. The nigga go this way, you do the same move. Because you ain't about to build a bridge.
Predictable.
You ain't about to build a bridge on me. Fuck out of here.
Predictable.
But look, though. This is my thing. If you ask me, who am I sitting in front of? Who are you? Whatever. I'm a counter and put down my motherfucking blue eyes white dragon. Fuck out of here. And ask you something along the lines of,
what happened when I pull out my Mewtwo?
A completely different game.
Completely different game.
But if I'm sitting at the table with a chick and she like, so well, who are you? What are you all about? Like, who am I sitting across from? I'm gonna say, you didn't do no research. You don't know anything about me. Like, what do you know about me so far? Like, I know you know something.
And then that's a way to ask it. Well, I know you do the music thing. I know you got a whatever. But, you know, tell me a little bit about yourself that I might not know.
Oh, that's a smoke Paprika.
You see, but this is my thing. You have the opportunity to take that question. Why are you saying, it's too general of a question? You didn't ask me specific enough. I'm asking for the bill.
Nah, see, because this fella just stay away from the tell me about you. So tell me about yourself.
Fellas,
you have to
show
vested
I want y'all to listen right now. If I say to you, tell me about yourself, you should have an answer. You're a grown-ass man. Terrell, you don't have an answer?
You did not just have an... Oh, Terrance.
Terrell, you wanted me to give you a strategy without...
I want to ask you right now in this podcast.
Yeah.
Well, tell me about yourself. Go.
As a woman. Okay. Funny how you did that. If you a woman, no. I would say, don't say the thing that you're not supposed to say, y'all. Don't say you're an open book. Don't say it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
This is what you need to be telling people.
I'm an open book. Nah. The first thing I'm going to say is, and this is just me keeping it a hundo, I can be a super vibrant person. Very animated. Very much everybody will know that you're with me. Not because I'm like this bright light, but like even the way that I talk, I've realized that I'm kind of, I'm very...
You see how awkward that is?
I can be animated. I don't think it's awkward because I'm talking about something that I'm not insecure about. And that is why it'll be awkward.
No, it will be awkward.
Well...
it's awkward to just
I would start saying stuff like, people tell me I'm funny, but I don't think that I'm funny. Y'all will be surprised. I don't think I'm funny.
Okay, that's a little bit better.
I'm a family dude, so you know what I'm saying? I spend my Sundays with my folks. It's something that I love to do. Me and A-Train really did this. And watch her motherfucking ass say that we didn't, and she try to make me...
This is it. See, because when I go get the receipt from her, she going to say, Terrance,
I should call her. Boo. Now, didn't I come to you and tell you? I can see it on her face. She ain't listening, bro. Let's try a different day.
Terrance is insufferable because, fellas, just avoid that whole question.
I don't think it's that bad, y'all. Terrell's insufferable. He sounds insecure.
This is my thing.
Why
fellas.
you asking me about myself? I don't want to answer.
Hook me up with the water. And let me say this to the fellas. Fellas, you should show. No. Fellas, you should show a vested interest in this person. Even if it's the first FaceTime date. You can find out a lot about somebody from their IG thread. You can see if they done traveled the country. You can see if they somebody that just posts pictures of themselves, don't post that much.
And I had it rough. If you seen that, you need to be getting in your bag when she say, what type of person are you?
My girl's page was private, and
I'm actually turning into a book reader myself. You know that she got a book club? I don't know what it is about me. Find this new interest in reading.
Okay, that's cool. You didn't have to make it like a...
No, I'm saying because you see she got... That's what I was saying. You on the IG, you see she got a book reading and she does fitness. When she asks you what type of dude you are, that's what you get in your bag, fellas. Fuck it. We could become it. I just like to, read a little bit, and then work out, stay fit,
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And what do you say after that? Do you continue to be a creep, or do you say, I only said it
I'm trying to help you niggas out. If you ain't got something you can say,
He's not
Terrell
helping.
saying looking on the IG.
Nigga didn't let me. He didn't let me finish. First of all, if you done already seen Shorty IG, because of course you did, because y'all are DMing each other. When I got my girl IG, it was private. Once we started following each other, it was like, oh, okay, cool. I see she traveled, she XYZ. So even though we started our FaceTime conversation when we first started talking about, let's say, you just got off work, and we started talking about her work shit, once she get that vent off, right, and I get to see if she was an asshole at work or if she was really on some bullshit, then I'm going to say, I seen on your IG that you be traveling type shit. Now we having a real conversation. Because me figuring out how you vent and us just having a real conversation to me is important. And I'm not going to say, yo, so tell me about yourself. Because I feel like you're going to become fake.
I understand that because I just literally said you could fake it if you wanted to. But I think being intimidated at that question is more about you than it is about the person asking it. That's all I'm saying. Because I don't like being asked that either. But do you not like the question because you feel like the question is too, personal? Do you feel like the question is, too deep for this situation? Or do you simply feel like you don't have the answer, so you don't like the question?
Okay.
Ask me what my GPA was when I was in high school. And I'm going to say, what the fuck are we talking about this for? Why? Because I know that shit wasn't the greatest. Shit was a 2.6. Why are we even fucking talking about this? Because...
Yeah, I understand that. I'll be honest. If you ask me, what do you do for fun? That's something that I still struggle with. And that's me being completely transparent. Because, I listen to music. I hang with my family, XYZ.
That's it.
But...
You think it don't sound exciting enough?
It's like, I don't know what you expecting to hear. Therefore, I'm going to just give you what I got type shit.
But that's where, lesson right here.
That's where, I'm not even going to lie to you. I struggled with that question a lot before. Yeah. Like now I could say, I got a son. I like to travel, me and my fiance. If a random person was to ask me, like, what do you do for fun? Yeah. I can say it. But back when I was dating, that shit was kind of like, because guess what? I like to play the game. Girls don't want to hear that bullshit.
I want to interview for a job because I feel like my answer to this question is not going to be listing that off. I'm such a philosophical nigga that if I was in a job interview and you say, so what do you like to do for fun?
You see how he changed it from a date to a job interview? That was the whole point of this whole conversation.
Didn't you just say you struggled with that question alone?
I said while dating.
Oh, okay.
What do you do for fun?
Even while dating. I just feel like... I'm sorry. What do you do for fun? I would say, low-key, this my thing, fellas. Somebody asks you what you do for fun, this is the best answer. Okay. I don't want to say it because Terrell's a hating
Do
ass
y'all
nigga.
notice how Terrance starts to say stuff and then don't say it?
Because you gonna hate.
I'm not gonna hate. I'll say nothing. Go ahead.
Nah, I don't like it because you gonna hate. I say if somebody asks me if I'm being set up right now for everybody to laugh at me. You know how they say it, Terrance, say it. And then you say, I just wanted to get on the water slide. Bitch ass nigga wanted to get on the water slide. I just feel like somebody asked me right now.
I'm gonna ask you, what do you do for fun?
I'm at an age right now where I'm feeling like I'm still figuring out what fun is. Because I feel like we had a mindset on what fun was when we was younger. And now as we get older, we have to almost like reinvent what we believe is fun. Like I just went on a cruise, right? And I hadn't been on a cruise my whole life. And there's certain things that we did on the cruise that was fun that I would have never done outside the cruise. Like me going to a comedy show on the cruise, right? I'm like, yo, I didn't know I like comedy shows unless it's unless it's Dave Chappelle or somebody. But you know, I felt like I had a good time, and that let me know, you know what? There's things out there that you haven't done that, you know, that you like. So aside from the things that I already do, like, oh, look, I'm gonna say stuff like that. I'm still open to, you know, figuring out other fun that I could have. That lets this person know that whatever she like to do, low key, I'm open for that. Cause I'm still good. Y'all like figuring it out. That's your way of saying you an open book while answering the question. Low key, I just nailed it, low key. Give me the job. You interviewing me. You interviewing me. Come on. I'm just saying, you interviewing me for your job. You ask me what I like to do for fun, and I give you that answer. Your bitch ass is giving me the job, pussy.
That's a good answer.
And you got your name tag on, and I'm going to say, Brian, what do you like to do for fun, Brian?
I mean, when I'm not at work, I have...
Oh, when are you not at work?
I spend a lot of time not at work.
What are you doing? I think that's funny as shit, y'all. Oh, well, I don't even know why I went to work. If you can't see us, I'm sorry. I know y'all are listening, but when you passed them, you just put the mic back at somebody else?
And they have to just say some shit.
I didn't even know we were supposed to be here at 8.
Oh, but I came in at 7.
No, you didn't. You came at 9.
You about to hit me with the mic.
Come on. We're going to move forward because that was a headache.
I swear the nigga danced around
even more of a headache. My boy, Jonathan Majors, one of my favorite actors in Hollywood for sure. He was found guilty of harassment, found guilty of abuse.
No, he was found guilty of third-degree assault, which is like the threat of abuse. Third-degree assault is characterized as infliction or fear of injury with the use of a deadly weapon. Meaning, I'm about to slap the shit out of you right now with this whatever. If I tell you that,
you can get beat.
I could be This is what people need to understand. He's dating a white woman, and he got he got charged with and found guilty of the I feared for my life thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what third-degree assault is. You feared for your life. Now, I'll say this. I'm not absolving Jay Majors of anything because...
Hold on, wait, Trevor, before you go
get
started, because like you said, we got to give context. Jonathan Majors.
Oh, yeah.
Marvel. He was just dropped by Marvel. Kang. Of course, he was in Creed with Michael B. Jordan. He was in one of my favorite shows of all time, Lovecraft Country.
Yes.
If just a reminder on who that brother is. Go ahead, Terrance.
So basically, he was charged by his girl. Y'all know there was a case going on. We talked about it on this pod before. And just to add context, it was a video that was released, and I don't think we got to talk about it on the pod. But he was legit running away from this chick. So basically, she accused him of slapping the shit out of her in a taxi, right? She tried to take his phone. He slapped her, bruised her neck, broke her finger type shit, right?
That was the accusation.
That was the accusation. That was the original news. Jonathan Majors is an abuser because in that taxi, he whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Then it became like a back to his place. She was passed out type deal. It was a bunch of shit. But the latest thing we got was the video of Jonathan Majors like trying to like you could see they had like a little situation at the car where it looked like he was trying to like put her back in the car and run away. And she was chasing after him. This motherfucker was running like Forrest Gump down New York streets trying to get away from her. And then it comes out that he gets convicted. I'm not convicted, but found guilty of these charges for assault. I'm not gonna lie. When those text messages from him came out, and if you didn't see the text messages, he had text messages that really did sound like he was referring to a situation where he may have been abusive, but it was from the past. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I thought that don't look good for him, and you know that is what it is. That might not be good for him in the court of public opinion, but I think this charge that we have right here, since we have that video, I didn't think he was going to be found guilty, but he was found guilty. Mm-hmm.
It's fucked up because I feel like you know, you get dropped by Marvel with the guilty verdict. I don't know if he would have been dropped by Marvel had he been not guilty. Hey, whatever the girl went through, we're not trying to absolve that. If he's found guilty for that, you know what I'm saying? He has to hold himself accountable for being in the situation or whatever. But there is also an opportunity for us to shed light on the bullshit with the justice system. Not only with that, but with us, I feel like. We all know that the justice system is bullshit and you can be pimped. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, are we done with him? Like, ladies, I heard a lot from the ladies, you know what I'm saying, with this Jonathan Majors situation about how wrong he was. Now that I see a lot of ladies have seen that he's been wronged, I'm seeing a lot of, especially our ladies, I'm seeing a whole lot of, well, that's what happens when you mess with them, and, well, he shouldn't have messed with the other side. Yeah, Is he one of us or nah? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you know what?
Did he say, fuck y'all, I'm going to go talk to... No, he never was disrespectful to black women. He was never disrespectful to any other woman for him to not deserve support. And I think what would be better if we say, yo, bruh, it's going to be straight because we got him and he being done dirt.
The difference is the threat of abuse.
That would be...
way, and the threat of abuse, the possibility of him being, you know, an abuser. That is where the line in the sand is drawn between men and women. Because they're not looking just... This is what I will say in reference...
They're going to look at this situation and say this was the one of 1,000, but the other ones aren't caught on camera where he was really abusing her. This is just a sign of...
Yeah, and a lot of them said, well, this, just because that video of him running doesn't mean that he wasn't abusive. Because we don't know what happened in the car.
That's
XYZ.
crazy, man.
But it's my thing. There is elements of that take that is true. We don't know if he slapped the hell out of her in the car and then ran away. We don't know. We really, truly don't know that. But from what we can see, it looked like she was the one that was the aggressor. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't look like a one-sided affair. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the abuse.
I just feel like now that it don't look one-sided, now we talking about how it should have never happened and he should have never talked to her. Why can't we say, damn, you know, maybe that motherfucker is just on some shit.
I will say this.
Like, instead of y'all going at the woman.
They won't do that.
And this is a woman that I feel like, it's certain women that are. I just feel like, bruh's at the top of his game. This woman comes out of nowhere with some bullshit, fabricated shit to try to make him look away. And we're just going to go with, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the writing is on the wall for bullshit. And I feel like there's a time for you to stand behind a woman, but then it's like, yo, y'all going to stand behind this chick until the end just because we don't know if Jonathan Majors was abusive? I mean, maybe?
Yeah. You know, let's talk about that next, right? Which is the next steps for Jay Majors. In terms of the situation, this is what I will say, and it's kind of in reference to what you're saying. When the video came out of Jonathan Majors, so before it was Jonathan Majors is an abuser, right? Then we got more information and it was we don't know. Then they, you know, his team tried to put certain shit out that made him look worse. The ladies ramped up then. See, y'all are trying to absolve him, but this looks terrible. And his lawyers thought this shit was gonna look good. Then we got the video and the ladies went silent. Think about it. When that video came out of him running away from the chick, wasn't nobody saying shit but us.
Yeah.
All the men was like, see, this is crazy. Then when he was found guilty, here come the lady saying, oh, he was guilty, so where's all of the... You know
I didn't even see a whole bunch of that.
I saw a lot of that, and let me tell you, that's what started the conversation that you're talking about right now. Because the men were responding with, he was literally in the court system against a white woman. And the ladies responded, well, he should have never been...
I feel like that is bullshit.
And I
if
do
there's
feel like
a white man that was smacking the fuck out of a black woman and abusing her, we could easily say, well, she shouldn't have fucked with him. But then we're fucked. But then that's fucked up.
It is. I don't agree with that take. I do think it's.
I saw that take more than anything. That
I think it's lazy.
He shouldn't have fucked with a white girl. But it's just kind of one that low key that's disrespectful to white people. Low key. Like if a white girl fucks with a black dude and he shoots her, and a white dude says, well, you shouldn't have fucked with a black guy because that's what happens. It's like, whoa, hold up. You know? So I don't believe in like,
Yeah,
I don't
Terrance,
like.
but hold up. I got to say this. Systemically, is there's a difference
I don't
in
need
what
to
you're
be
saying.
told about the systemic part.
But you can't just say that like it's the same. It's not the same.
I'm not going to say some shit that I don't want said to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say
Okay, go ahead. I just think that that's very different because of the system. It's different for me to say,
I think the system, he shouldn't have fucked with a white girl if he thought he was going to go to court. I get that type shit. But I also think trying to say that his choice to date a white girl,
because a lot of
whether you like it or not, it's disrespectful to white people, low key. That is disrespect. Y'all like to say stuff that you wouldn't want them to say, but it's disrespectful for you to say that.
I agree. I'm agreeing
That's
with you.
why I'm like, yo, we shouldn't be sitting here saying he shouldn't have fucked with a white girl. Hold up. Let's not do that. Let's just talk about how people will fuck you in the system, preferably women. It don't matter what color this girl for real was. He could still have been fucked in the situation. Because really, I think it's more about you were in the system against a woman versus a white woman. Like we like to do this.
I agree with you.
This race thing. But low key, I feel like any woman in this situation could have got J Majors.
I do agree with that.
Because you did make a mistake.
I do agree with that. But what I will say is, I feel like he would have had a better chance in court going against a woman. If a woman's lying on you,
he definitely.
I feel like you gotta,
because you going against America's.
You going against. You know, that's where it's a little bit different. But you right about the fact that that shouldn't be the conversation about who he date, because we don't have that conversation about.
And it's black women that
y'all
do
beloveds that
men dirty too, just in that same way. It's plenty of black women that do, like every race of woman. There's no color for this one. This is just woman, man.
But Terrance, you also talking like you know he didn't do shit to her, and we don't know that, bro.
We don't know.
You talking like we don't all the way know what he did.
We know that he was not convicted for hurting her. That is a fact. You were not found guilty of intentionally hurting this girl, and that is what's being put on her.
Nah, yeah, he's and we
got the verdict, so we could talk.
We
got the verdict. We could talk. When Meg Thee Stallion's verdict came out and Tory went to jail, you can't say, "Well, we don't really know if Tory shot her anymore." Y'all say the verdict is out. Move on. Okay, well, same thing.
Well, if that's the
You know what I'm
case, then he
saying?
was found guilty.
That's my thing. You couldn't come out after Tory Lanez was found guilty.
No, I'm talking about Jonathan Majors.
Look, but Jonathan Majors wasn't found guilty of this abuse that you're saying is hidden and we don't really know. It's unfair to do that. Because when we were saying, well, we don't really know what Tory Lanez really did because based on it was, he was found guilty, rock. This man was found not guilty of the abuse you talking about. This was just bullshit. We don't have to look at him as this under the covers abuser, and now nobody gonna want to work with him and it still fuck him because what, we don't know? No, that's bullshit. And that is capping for the woman, I feel like, all the way through. Like, yo, ladies, it's totally okay to say she was on bullshit. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
Yo, we thought he was actually an abusive motherfucker, but she's really on bullshit. You don't have to be so down with the woman that she trying to ruin this nigga's career because he up and don't want her. And now y'all like, well, we don't know if he was really abusing her. Okay, so any woman can say any man is beating her and they have to wear that the rest of their life.
It's because, and this you got to remember, it's because of the way we all look at this shit different. Ladies and fellas, this case is a great indication of why we be skeptical and why they always believe the woman. Because like we said on the podcast a couple days ago, you don't know any men in your life that beat their woman, right? But they know a bunch of women that have been beaten or abused or raped or, XYZ. Sorry, trigger warning. But so when a woman comes out and says that black person robbed me or that black person stole my money from me, then it's like, okay, we don't believe you. But when there's abuse, something that all women, like we said, can relate to, that's where the line get drawn, and that's where that angle can be used to separate us in the community. You know what I'm saying? Because you're putting something out there that's like, well,
you know how
they're going to believe. You see, we saw the tweet from the girl where she said, I'm always going to believe the woman, whether she's right or wrong, because I would rather be on the side of the woman than be right with the men. Which was crazy for her to tweet, but
it's bullshit.
It's very common. It's very
bullshit.
common.
That's why we will never go. That's why we will never get anywhere. I feel like, damn, I forget what you just said before that I wanted to say something to.
Well, I was talking about the way we think of shit different. Like how shit be, the way we look at the assault and the way, like that.
I feel like,
you see
and I'm going to just say it just cause, whatever. The every woman knows a woman who was hit or sexually assaulted or stuff like that. Do y'all realize that there's nothing we can say to that? We have to just say, okay.
Yeah.
Like every woman knows a woman who has been sexually assaulted or sexually
But see, you saying that
molested or something like that. And they can just get off that every single one of them knows somebody.
So
you know what I'm saying?
But you saying
and
that
it's not necessarily true. It is not that every single woman knows somebody that was. But because of the seriousness of that allegation, that accusation, we have to say, you know what, you're right. Because we can't call you or the people you know a liar. However, every single man might not know, but every single man has 100% seen what happens to men with women who legit lie on them. Men who go to jail for years. Emmett Till was 13 years old, and he was killed by a woman who lied. That is the black man's biggest fear, low-key.
He was killed because of...
The white woman lied.
Right. You say he was killed by her. He wasn't killed by her.
He wasn't killed by her, but I mean, damn near, your lie killed him.
Right.
So I'm just saying, like, we all are men who know that there is an option for a woman to completely destroy us. Yeah. And it's automatically going to be believed, and it's going to be a big fight. And even if you win the case, nothing's going to happen. But we can't live on, like we talked about that. We can't live on our past experiences of what we seen. Oh, I know somebody that... I've never met a woman that haven't experienced this. So even though he's saying he's not, he's an abuser. Well, but we've seen women lie about this. So what if we call her a liar? Then we're supporting an maybe abuser. It's ridiculous, bro.
You are 100% warranted and accurate in your experience as a man. And that's why I said that's the difference between us, because they could get up and make a big case for their side. And that's why I feel like we just won't agree on certain shit. And that's why we can never come together on abuse cases, because if you put a bunch of women in a room and have them all raise your hand if you know somebody, they all gonna throw a hand up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like you said, we can't prove it, but we can't disprove it.
So it's nothing we can say to that.
They're gonna tell you, raise your hand if you know somebody that was falsely accused of, whatever. Yeah, all the fellas raise their hand. If they think we lying, they can't disprove it either.
But they can say that, no, you don't.
So,
that's how women roll.
Nah, you can't do that.
Women can say, y'all, no, y'all don't, and then that's it. But we can't tell them. That's my thing. Women seem to be able to... Damn. Women seem to be able to talk about a man's perspective and experience.
That's true.
But we cannot talk about y'all experience. We cannot comment and say, oh, you didn't experience that. But with our shit, it's, oh, really? I mean, oh, really? And it's like, that's not cool.
You 100% right, because when the girl came out and said that she only date white dudes because the black dudes didn't like her, she
was treated like shit by black men, so she went and got her a white man. What do y'all expect? But
when T.O. came out and said the same thing, black girls didn't like me, they was like, no, it was you hate your mom, XYZ. That is just something that thrives in our community, and you're right.
We can't say shit. It's our perspective does not mean anything.
You're right. But, because I do sympathize with that. But I'm just letting you know that that's the difference. When you're looking at a case like this with Jonathan Majors and you think he's whatever, and you wonder why the women are not coming around, it's because of how we all look at the
I think shit. It's whack.
Look at, did you see what when the Charlo brothers just came out and said? The phone call came out one of the I think which one? Jamel?
I don't know.
The shit get muddy because he had a phone call came out and he admitted to punching the shit out of his girlfriend.
He's a boxer.
But you see, this is where we have the case of the falsely accused person, right?
Yeah.
But then they have the case of this man just admitted and will probably lie about it and say she trying to get my money type shit. So it's kind of like you have to pick a side in all of these different cases.
Pick a side. I'm just saying when the verdict come out, it would be nice to see y'all come around and be like, or just to see people absolve the man of this thing. Because we see a lot of cases where verdicts ain't there. We give an opinion. Everybody's got their opinion. Then when the verdict drop, it seemed like the people who had the opposite opinion, they're not coming back and saying, damn, you know what? We was actually all kind of off with that. Like the Keke Palmer situation. Like I was reading something that said the Keke Palmer situation ain't going too well for her in court because they seeing that she is more of the abuser than her baby daddy.
She got more receipts of physical
There's
abuse.
more receipts of abuse from her and apologies from her.
Yep. She got 2 apologies out now. She has the audio where she apologized to the nigga and now text.
It's like, y'all not gonna come out and say, you know what, we was backing Keke and now we look dumb. Like you ask women, hey, did you see the Keke thing? Like you didn't see that? Like how it was bullshit? Or you didn't see Jonathan Majors? And fellas, have you noticed how they're like, I didn't even really see that. I haven't really been paying attention to it like that. Oh, you haven't been paying attention to it.
Yep.
This is so, all of the bullshit that you talked makes 0 sense now. All the shit that y'all have talked all the way up to now didn't go through, so now it's just, you're just not paying attention to it. It's bullshit because y'all don't absolve the person that you claimed was this villain. Y'all like to say he's an abuser and then turn around and then he's found not guilty and then you go, oh, abuser. And it's like, y'all won't let us do that to
100%
women. We cannot do that to, you know what I'm saying?
You're 100% right. And I feel like that also...
It's a fucked up reality for men in this country. I'm sorry.
It is, but at the same time, like, that's a very unique... It's not a... It's too many sides of it.
It's definitely
and that's where,
unique.
like, you speaking from a specific side, but there's another side of it where niggas are abusive. And I'm not trying to be that guy, because everybody always says, Terrell always trying to play the... I just try to keep
the difference is
it is a very even.
Y'all hold the dudes who are abusive accountable, no question, and so does everybody else. Everybody thinks he's a piece of shit if he's doing that. You know? Mm-hmm. Everybody does. It just seems like when bruh is not guilty, and it actually comes out that maybe it was the girl aggressor, why do y'all not have the same criticism and scrutiny for female abusers?
100%.
You bring up this boxing dude. He might have hit his girlfriend, so we never know.
Nah, he definitely said it. He said, I socked her ass right in the eye.
No, look, but that's one dude. So that doesn't mean because every situation we got to look at with a grain of salt, even if he found not guilty, because we don't know. That's bullshit.
You're also using situations where somebody was falsely accused and saying this is why you have to wait and think about shit. That's what I'm saying. It's the same on both sides. Because you're saying the situations that you've heard about.
We waiting for a verdict. That's how the world's supposed to work. We waited for Tory Lanez verdict, gave an opinion. The dudes who were saying he didn't do it, even when he's found guilty, what do you look like saying he didn't do it?
Terrance, but you making it seem like Majors was like just innocent. The nigga was still found guilty. Hold on, wait. What did this nigga do?
This nigga was not found guilty of the abuse that they putting on his name is what I'm saying. He was not found guilty for being an abuser. Like Charlo, he was guilty. Your ass right in the eye. You don't have that.
Guilty of misdemeanor assault and harassment.
Come on, we on this joint long-winded, bro.
Okay, yeah, he was really only convicted.
He was not convicted for being an abuser.
He was only guilty for harassment and the misdemeanor assault is a 3rd degree, which is literally her saying she feared for her life.
They're like, yo, he should have never talked to a white woman. But y'all don't support his relationship with his black woman, Megan Good.
Because they said that was
because y'all think that was staged and coerced. It's
now let's talk about
shouldn't fuck with the white woman. He did, and now she's fucking him over. He's holding down a black girl.
Nah, but we seen it. Yeah.
Y'all think Megan, like, don't you think that's disrespectful to Megan Good to think that she can just be used to
I
walk
do.
this nigga into court?
I do.
Y'all are tripping.
I do. And I don't want this whole thing to turn into that. Let's talk about the nigga's career, because that's what I really want to talk about.
Let's move past it. We really don't need to talk no more
but
about
that's
it.
the biggest thing is the fact that Marvel just drops him immediately. To me, I just have to say this. I get it right now because you got to do the fucking thing with fucking... You got to think about your draw. You got to think about your audience. I get it. But there are people in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that were also, you know, found guilty of the same things. Like Josh Brolin. The nigga that played Thanos. He punched the shit out of his wife. And everybody knows that. And he, you know what I'm saying? I just hope this isn't the end for Jay Majors because of this, especially the way this went down. That's all.
I don't think it's going to be the end of it because I think the bruh has real talent.
But Nate Parker had real talent. Everybody saying that he could potentially be a Nate Parker too, because who's going to want to work with him now? Who's going to want to take you onto your movie? And a lot of people don't know. Yeah, he had Kane coming out and whatever, but he did that.
Nate Parker was never Jonathan Majors. Let's talk about it.
I think talent-wise,
you were never Jonathan Majors.
I think Jonathan Majors was a better actor, but the plans that Nate Parker had...
Nate Parker, bro, no.
Terrance, think about it. First of
Nate
all,
Parker,
hold on, wait. Nate Parker was a great actor. He was great.
He was great.
Did you not see Pride, Great Debaters?
You wasn't.
And the Birth of a Nation?
Still wasn't Jay Majors.
He should... Terrance, I need you to go back.
That's a good
You're
battle,
wrong.
but he's not better
You're
than Jay
not
Majors.
right.
Jay Majors, I was the head of a HBO series, one of the biggest. You was never on that level.
Terrance, you forgetting this nigga's portrayal of Nat Turner.
It was great.
Do you remember the trailer? The nigga was like, oh my God, he is a beast and can cry like Majors. You think Majors the only one good with his face?
I would love to see a movie with them two brothers. I love them both. You trying to make it seem like I'm shitting on them. I'm not. I don't think he was Majors, though. But he's not Majors. That's my guy. He's not Majors.
We getting away from, and the nigga was a director. Majors can't direct.
But that's my thing. I think,
and that's my thing. We getting away from the original point.
That to me is another example of an actor who, once you became a director, you don't want to do nothing else. Once you get the reins, you do not want to go under somebody else's direction. You're too much like, oh no, we need to do it this way.
You know what Nate Parker and Majors have in common?
What? They both are from
dealing with them white women. And that's the thing. I don't agree that should be the take. But this is what I say, because we're getting away from the real point. Nate Parker, somebody that had talent, was accused of some shit in 1999 that they brought up when his film came out, which is no coincidence, because I don't believe in that. The fact that he did Birth of a Nation, which is, you know what it was, about the biggest slave revolt, and named it after the movie that was the rise of the KKK. And all of a sudden, his 99 case that he didn't even do, you know what I'm saying, came up. He doesn't have work now. So people are looking at the Jay Majors thing and saying, what's to stop them from
I don't think he doesn't have work because of everybody's remembering the...
It's no coincidence that as soon as that happened, he you know?
Yeah. I mean, it definitely puts a stop to the train. I'm sure.
And believe it or not, Nate Parker had more work done.
I don't think he has the talent that Jonathan Majors has. I think Nate Parker went a very strong black route. You know what I'm saying? Like, Nate Parker did the Nat Turner joint. Then he had another joint that I felt like he was working on. But then he did the other joint where they made the cop. Remember they stuck up the bank or some shit, and he was talking to the cop, and the cop was like, "Come on, man, we don't see that. We don't see
I remember
color."
that, and I think that might have been after.
That wasn't bad. I'm just saying, I feel like I don't think he Jay Majors. Like Jay Majors, we could put in Devotion.
But we talking about talent. You could put Nate Parker in any. You forgetting about Beyond the Stars. He got Beyond the Stars.
Terrell.
He did a bunch of shit.
Let me tell you this. You talking about Nate?
You making it seem like the nigga's way more talented than Nate Parker. He's not, Terrance.
You talking about Nate Parker right now, and you trying to make it seem like the only reason we not seeing Nate Parker is because of that case.
What's the reason?
Nate Parker was just in a movie. He was in a movie afterwards, bro. I'm not looking at. I don't look at. No, I'm not saying that. I don't think Nate Parker 1 is done. I don't think he's done. I just think it's been chill. And I feel like he's been on, ever since Birth of a Nation, he been on like a, remember we were looking at Nate Parker weird because Nate Parker was on his real black whatever thing, but he had a white wife. Remember we was like, yo, that's it's always been a weird thing. Steve McQueen, 12 Years a Slave.
I remember.
I just think Jay Majors is one of the, we don't have many, y'all.
You just giving the nigga a bunch of credit because you think he's a great actor,
he has great talent. And I think he'll still be able to be around. They were showing that scene and they said this was going to be him talking to Michael B. Jordan when he get out of jail from Creed. And I said, damn, this nigga got talent, man. This nigga got talent.
But I feel like it's unfair for you to say that because you making it seem like Nate Parker can't find work because of a talent thing. Like that shit didn't have a huge role in the reason why he's not as on the scene no more. And you making it seem like Jonathan Majors is going to be okay because he's a better, like he has more talent when we don't even know if that's the case.
I'm not shitting
These
on Nate
niggas
Parker.
are very similar in their talent.
I'm not saying that. I just like comparing Ice Spice to, that's like comparing Ice Spice right now to, you know what I'm saying? Like one person who has showed recent that they pop. One person popped before, but we're not going to say you going to have a career like him just because his career went in that way. Like, Jonathan Majors was not accused of a trigger word. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's the name? I think Nate Parker's a little bit different, bro. The
It is a
timing
little
of his shit was bad. I just think Jay Majors, I think a lot of people in Hollywood are realists, and they'll say, yo, they tried to fucking shake this dude. And bro has talent. Bro's not out here like on some bullshit. I hope him and Megan Good stay together. I'm rooting for him. I don't give a fuck what y'all think. I am rooting for that man because I felt like they tried to do him dirty since day one. They tried to do that man dirty.
Did.
And they tried to hang shit on his
for the
name.
Nate Parker shit because he did some shit that nobody would ever touch, which is the Nat Turner story.
The Birth of a Nation
The
joint.
fact that everybody stayed away from that because they were fearful of what would happen if they did it, and he said, fuck it, I'm going to do it, and
it
then
took
it
him
happened.
forever to get publishing for that joint.
Yeah.
Like, it took him forever to get that joint in the studios for us to even see it.
For that shit to happen the way it happened. But,
and don't get me wrong, I fuck with Nate Parker on a high level. I just don't, like, just because I'm saying Jay Majors on a different level don't mean I'm shitting on Nate. Nate gotta show me something. Look, we talk about that.
Nate gotta show me something. The nigga is actually a beast.
The last thing he did was the movie you saying he ain't gonna get whatever for. So it's like,
no, I'm saying he did American Skin, which was in 2019, which was 3 years after Birth of a Nation and all his shit.
He is a beast. I'm just saying, come on. If you gonna make me pick you over Majors,
I feel like, all right, that's a separate conversation for a separate day.
You sleeping on Jay Majors. I'll say that.
You're giving the nigga too much credit versus my man Nate Parker.
Nate Parker's my guy.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Majors is your guy, and you're trying to make it seem like this nigga's not equally talented.
Do y'all see what Terrell will do? Terrell will bring up some shit or an example of something I don't agree with. And since I don't agree with, you want to make it seem like I'm against him. I'm not.
It's because of your way
you
you
feel
disagree.
like, look, Birth of a Nation, American Skin. He was in a short in 2020 called I Know I Can.
Why are you...
He went towards a certain route.
Terrance, no.
That's not bad, but I just feel like I'm not going to just say that he's blackballed. I'm not going to say that.
That's what we just disagree.
I don't think he's blackballed, bro.
If you don't think Nate Parker's blackballed, then you're just not in the world with everybody else. Because the nigga is blackballed.
Like, I think he's a great actor who can get in some, I feel like, man, Nate Parker is dope, man. I just feel like it's tough to look at that because he's a director now, bro. He is a director. That nigga's at home writing a script he's been working on for 3 years. Trust me. These actors don't want to be actors. That's why I love Jay Majors.
Blackballed is crazy, though.
Okay.
Nate Parker is blackballed.
Okay, maybe he's blackballed. That's true. That's
like saying Monique was in this and that and that. Like, she not blackballed.
I didn't think Monique was blackballed like y'all think. I think Monique was.
Let's get to the what's in it. We'll wrap because we'll wrap. Staying within the industry,
and I don't think y'all gonna like.
Nah, you know what? We need perspective. Taraji P Henson, DC, a legend,
PG County.
legend.
Because not DC.
She is from DC.
I thought she went to Oxon Hill or some shit.
Taraji is from DC, Terrance. Are you kidding me?
I thought Taraji went to, Taraji not PG County?
Washington, DC.
But look, go look at her joint.
She
It'd be
went
like
to
she grew up
early
in...
life. She in Southeast DC, the daughter of Bernice, right? XYZ. She often whatever, cool, whatever.
She went to Oxon Hill High School and she was raised in PG County though. Fuck that.
Okay,
you went to
okay,
Oxon Hill High School. You from DC. I'll give you that.
She went to Oxon Hill.
PG legend though. I was like, she up there with KD. KD and Martin Lawrence. PG legends. Martin went to Friendly High School.
She's the Oxon Hill Clipper.
She Oxon Hill Clipper.
Okay, but Taraji P Henson has been going on the press run for The Color Purple, which comes out on Christmas Day. And she's been very vocal about, her financial situation and, the shit that she's experienced. I'm gonna play y'all the clip, that kind of got the conversation started around.
And before he plays it, I will say we are super excited about the Color Purple joint. Believe it or not, say what you want about the movie. Spike Lee. We thought it was a film we grew up on. I didn't know it came out when it came out. Like it came out a brick ago.
Long time.
Didn't know Oprah didn't have her show before that movie. Like I'm excited to see Fantasia. I'm excited to see it. I know y'all like to say I don't like to see stuff, but we have our tickets. My mom was
she
it's
got
a
the
family
joint,
thing. Yeah.
Damn, are we all going? Y'all going. I don't think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have crew.
Y'all might not go.
Well, don't have a baby if you want to do all the fun shit. Them motherfuckers will keep you in the crib. All right, but here go the clip.
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired. I hear people go, you work a lot. Well, have to. The math ain't mathing. And when you start working a lot, you have a team. Big bills come with what we do. We don't do this alone. The fact that we're up, there's a whole entire team behind us. They have to get paid. So when you hear someone saying, oh, such and such made $10 million, no, that's not that didn't make it to their account. Know that off the top, Uncle Sam is getting 50%. That's right. Okay? So do the math. Now we have $5 million. Your team is getting 30% or whatever your team is off of what you grossed. Sometimes not more. After what Uncle Sam took. Now do the math. So I'm only human, and it seems every time I do something and I break another glass ceiling, when it's time to renegotiate, I'm at the bottom again, like I never did what I just did, and I'm just tired. I'm tired.
All right, bet. So that's basically the crux of it, right?
Nah, let her get off that last.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Tired.
I get that.
It wears on you, Because what does that mean? What is that telling me?
What is it telling me? Yeah. And what does it tell me? Yeah.
And if I can't fight for them coming up behind me, then what the fuck am I doing? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's the clip.
You ever be laughing when somebody stop? You ever laugh when somebody cry like that? And you
Yeah.
didn't know they was gonna cry?
Those people are fucked up.
Because I asked for a fucking McDouble and they gave me a fucking Big Mac. Hold up. She crying over that?
Terrance, first of all, this is very serious.
No.
Very
Just thinking about
serious.
somebody
And,
random crying.
and for somebody that's getting ready to probably give a sketchy take, you should probably be a little bit more compassionate. He's so fucking annoying.
How am I annoying?
You go first.
You go first.
Nah, go ahead. Cause you
I laughed about I laughed. All right, see, now you making me seem like I'm laughing at Taraji. I'm not doing that. That's fucked up. And now you crossed the line. Look,
Imagine you say some serious shit and then somebody start joking about me.
This is serious shit.
Yes. Okay, let's have a conversation about it, right? So Taraji is referring to the stark wage gap that exists specifically for black actors and actresses in Hollywood. And if you want to talk about the difference between the actor and actress in the community, it's also different, right? So it is a very real and serious conversation. Basically what she's saying is she has to keep working because she got to pay her bills. And I kind of like the fact that she kind of alluded to the fact that the money that you get, Uncle Sam getting half of that. Because people will love to say, well, you got paid this for this. Well, you know, people do that to NFL players. They do it to people. They do it to anybody. You know? And so there's people that do it to us and just think for some reason that we're rich.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I like the fact that she said, this is where this money go. I got to pay these people too. I get that. And so, her having this conversation while on a press run for a movie you got coming out, it says a lot, you know. But me and Terrance did want to talk about, you know, some of the intricacies that exist within the industry that a lot of people, if you're not really well versed in film or the behind the scenes of shit, you won't really know.
I don't know why I thought you was about to just get deep, get into it.
Nah, yeah. Well, I want to know what you was thinking, like, because you said y'all not gonna. You started this by saying that we may not like your take.
Because I'm not emotional with it. I look at art like art. You know what I'm saying? I look at this like from the principal seat. Whatever. I don't give a fuck what y'all think. I legit look at it from like, reason why I say principal seat, because it's like, I don't give a fuck about the small shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't even give a fuck about the teachers. You know what I mean? I'm not giving a fuck about classroom etiquette. The backdoor
You're not the
shit.
principal then. Don't say you sound like the principal and say you don't give a fuck about all the things that the principal give a fuck about.
I'm just worried about this part up here. Like all of that stuff, other people are worried about. And when it comes to this shit, I feel like, okay, like I definitely hear her cries about the change that's needed in the industry. My only criticism for her is like there's a time and a place for that, and I just feel like this ain't it. This is not the time, because I'm gonna keep it a hundo. The whole Color Purple press run has now turned into a Taraji versus who debacle. You know what I'm saying? Yo, did y'all see Taraji crying on stage? You know, I think about this like the executive producer. Or the producer
of the
like,
film.
Was that the best choice, Taraji, to get up there and talk about this? Are you unhappy with your pay on the current movie you're on? Are you thinking about the fact that that's what we gonna think now?
Now,
You have turned the whole rollout into pay attention to her first line. I was telling A-Train, I'm not mad at what you saying. I get mad at the way we do shit. Like, you up stage, you can't speak, and then you say, first words out of your mouth, I'm tired of working, right? You sound like everybody in this country.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? There's no sympathy. And that's a very harsh reality that even myself have had to face. Everybody is tired of working. Just know when I get paid, I got 50% off the top. It's going to Uncle Sam. Terrell, we know about that, right?
100%.
Everybody that's listening to this podcast knows about that, right? How many of y'all get your check and say, damn, I made $2,800. And then you say, no.
That gross versus net is crazy when you look at that stuff. I used to stop looking at my stuff because of that.
I was telling A-Train, I used to work with this dude that used to come to work, and Terrell, you know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to say his name. He used to come to work and say, I just got paid $2,800. And I used to be like, for real? You was balling. You must have worked extra overtime last week. Yeah, but they fucking took $800 from me. And I'm like, who took $800 from you? Fucking Uncle Sam. Nigga, why you coming in here telling me your net pay before taxes? Like A-Train was like, you never heard somebody say how much you make and then how much you make before tax? And I was telling her, what's the fucking point
Exactly.
of me saying I make $100,000? Well, just after tax, I make $85,000. Well, then you don't make $100,000. There's no point.
Uh-huh.
My thing is this, Taraji, getting back on Taraji. We definitely hear you. It's just the reason why our messages don't go nowhere is because we sneak and hide them and put them in places where we ain't supposed to be talking about that. We can always hear your message and say, let's just get back to. And to me, that's why I feel like your message not going to be received the way it should be, because we come at it emotional. We shouldn't see tears. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that we should get on stage and cry and say, because it looked like you hurt. You know what I'm saying? She's talking about leading this charge, because if I don't do this, I'm going to speak for Fantasia and the girl from Orange is the New Black, the black chick who's in it. How am I speak for them? You speak from them, in my opinion, y'all. I just feel like our voices louder speak more than our voices shaken or with our cries. Speaking up and just starting a strong campaign on this.
You not right on that.
I'm
going to tell you why, though. Go ahead.
We watched it happen. And y'all remember when the last time I wore this sweater, we were talking about what? That real love. That Jada and that Will love. That leave a toothbrush at your crib love.
Not that.
Jada Pinkett was the first person to get up and speak strongly about the bullshit going on.
Was not.
And low-key, she got niggas awards. Say what you want.
Okay, let me play you this. Well, I'll wait. I'll play you a clip. Monique was the first one to get up and be loud and not emotional. She was the first one.
Monique was emotional, y'all.
No, but
Monique was emotional.
You said our voices louder are better than our cries. Taraji's response is being met with a lot of sympathy by a lot of people. And a lot of people's point is, hold up. When Monique said this exact same thing, none of these actresses stood with her. Everybody was afraid to stand with Monique. They let her just stand on the ledge by herself. Now that Taraji's saying this, you got Gabrielle Union coming out and saying, right on, sis. You got all these different actresses, Kerry Washington, all these people reposting, Viola Davis reposting. When Monique started the conversation, and I want to play you this clip from Monique. It's like 30 seconds. But when Monique started the conversation, nobody said anything. Listen to this.
The phone was ringing and the scripts were coming. And when people say, Monique, where have you been? It's not that I haven't been on TV or been in the movies because I've been blackballed, as Mr. Daniels has said. The offers just didn't make sense, Dawn. So again, the phones didn't stop ringing and the scripts didn't stop coming, but the offers that were associated with them were offers that made me say, guys, I can't accept that. Because if I accept that and I won the award, what are my sisters being offered that didn't win the award or wasn't nominated? And what does it say to the little girl who's not here yet? That if we continue to accept these low offers, however do we make it different and make a change?
Okay. Monique said this shit years ago. The exact same thing that Taraji said.
How long ago did she say that?
Years ago. She said that back when she got back in the Lee Daniels. This is at least 3 years old, this clip. At the least. Probably older than that. My only thing is, Monique came out and she was boisterous about it, beat her chest about it. We deserve more, we should get it. She sat up there with Charlamagne, and Charlamagne was making all types of excuses saying, oh, well, they saying you rude, they saying you this, they saying you that. And when she barked back at him, it ended up going worse for her. Taraji led with tears, and I'm gonna tell you this. I feel like more people are gonna go see The Color Purple because of this. I don't think it's gonna pull out, because at first I was like, why the fuck would she do this in the middle of the press run? Because you know, you got the movie coming out. Yeah. But this shit may actually work in reverse. It may take people to say, you know what? I'm going to go see that and support Taraji. Because that's what's happening. Now you got all types of actresses and people that have fan bases reposting Taraji's clip saying she's right, XYZ. Viola Davis talked about it too, of course. Remember, she was like, I won the Tony. I won this. I won that. Mm-hmm. She was right. But Monique was one of the first ones to say, I won the Oscar and they offered me this. Yeah. We were just talking about how they offered Taraji $100,000. Taraji asked for $500,000 for The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. They offered her 100 racks. Her team countered, and they got her $150,000. But Brad Pitt made $10 million. Now, I completely get it. Brad Pitt is Brad Pitt. It's a completely different draw. But y'all couldn't give her that 500 racks? And then Monique saying, for me to win the Oscar and get the offers I'm getting, I have to say no to these offers because I done seen other people go from being Academy Award nominated to Academy Award winner. That shit come with a different ticket. That's why artists want the Grammy. Because if you get the Grammy, I can charge different now because I'm a Grammy Award winner. we know the award, they get it wrong and they gonna do it wrong, but you could charge different. So she did the shit. Nobody just like support her. Everybody left her on the ledge to dry. Now Taraji do it. She getting all the support. I'm not derailing Taraji's message. I'm just saying maybe the lead in with the emotion actually helped her case. Because now you got a bunch of support. And Monique got no support.
The whole Monique got no support when she said it. But when Monique said it, nobody said anything. I mean, I will give y'all that. However, I think Monique wasn't met with a bunch of support because the Monique situation was muddy. Monique's situation was not all about her standing up for black actresses. That's bullshit. Monique's situation was about Monique. Monique's situation at first was about her Lee Daniels. Her blackball, something happened. They doing me dirty. Right?
Yep.
Then Netflix, they'll give Amy Schumer a deal, but they won't give me a deal. You know what I'm saying? And I've been around for this many years. This is what I was telling Terrell. You talk about Benjamin Button that came out in 2008. It's 2023. You feel me?
So Taraji should be getting a different dollar now. She was nominated for Benjamin Button.
Do you think you should be paid based on what you've done?
I think
or paid based on what you can do?
I think you should be paid based on what you can do and what you've accomplished. I get it. Fresh off Baby Boy and doing some of the films that we hold her in high regard for, maybe not. But when you got 6 years of Cookie Lion, you got the
6 years of Cookie Lion.
Terrance, I don't care what you say, that took her as a star to another level. That put her on a different playing field.
So now we talking about knowing. But when we talk about
she did
the art, is 5 seasons of Cookie Lion really the bright part that you think it is?
But she did the Hidden Figures joint. She did the Proud Mary joint with Common. She has literally, if you look at her shit, she has worked every single year since 2014. Every single year she has worked. So it's not that she don't have the work. And I get we can have the talent conversation.
Man.
But at the end of the day, T, like Monique is saying, because they try to do the same thing to Monique and say, well, maybe you're just not the right fit for roles. That's what Don Lemon was trying to tell her. And she said, the scripts was coming. But the offers that was coming with the scripts, I can't take that. And that is 100% probably what she's going through. You think she's not getting scripts? She probably is getting scripts. They probably call her for BMF. Power, all these other shows, and she probably said, I'm a fucking Academy Award nominated actress. I'm not taking them pennies. Pay the chick. Pay, you got Cash Doll and these other joints taking roles in these shows. Because she's somebody who just sees herself as worth more. I don't know what they paying Mary J. Blige to do fucking Power. But Mary J. Blige also just had a Grammy nominated album come out and Good Morning Gorgeous. So she may not need the coin that Taraji need. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because she don't have an album coming out. Mary getting 3 different bags. So it is kind of like a, you know?
I'm not saying that she don't have a struggle. I'm not saying that there isn't a wage gap. I'm not saying that these women don't deserve to be paid more. I just feel like we need to be speaking with our art. I think you got to show people why you deserve, why we deserve to be paid different. And I just feel like, I don't know, maybe it's me, y'all. It's just, maybe y'all will say
the script, I think she's getting the opportunities, but I think she's not happy with the pay that they're offering her for these opportunities.
But at what point do you say, okay, what's my most recent thing? Because I'm sorry, if I'm keeping it a hundo, what's the last great Taraji thing that I would say, yo, this is an Academy Award actress? Like, you are nominated for an Academy Award, but can you really call Taraji P Henson an Academy Award actress?
She's an Academy Award nominated actress. She got the nomination. I get it. She haven't, and this is the thing too, because I'm not gonna be emotional about it. You're right.
Like I'm looking at it from the art form. Like I
right.
love her in Hustle and Flow. Love her in Baby Boy. Love her in Hidden Figures. I'm not saying she don't got hits. I'm just saying right now, Hidden Figures is what, 2013?
Hidden Figures was 2016. Don't forget that she has, if I'm not mistaken, I believe she won the Emmy for Cookie Lion. She won the 2015. No, she was nominated in 2015 and 2016 for Cookie Lion, and she's also nominated this year for her guest role on Abbott Elementary.
It's real.
I get it though. I'm saying I get what you're saying because I will say this.
We talking about Brad Pitt in one sentence.
She won the Golden Globe as well for Cookie Lion. So even though you don't like to give Cookie any,
I'm just saying.
you're saying, oh, Cookie, that won her the Golden Globe and got her nominated for 2 Emmys. That's your resume work though. You can feel how you want to feel about the role. She can charge because I'm a Golden Globes, Oscar nominated, 2 primetime Emmy nominated actress. Anybody else come to the table with that? They can put their nuts on the table.
This is what I'll say, and I'll leave it for everybody. The ladies, the men. I want y'all to imagine me getting up here and saying, and Terrance say, what's wrong, bro? And I say, I'm just so tired of working. I feel like when you have to pay Uncle Sam 50% and you doing everything you can with this podcast and this Patreon, y'all niggas would say, bruh, I get you, but I'm part of the Realest 9. We not getting 9 videos a month. We not getting 4 podcasts a week. You started this whole thing with, I'm tired of working. Okay, so when I'm looking at her ID, her IMDb, I see Paw Patrol, I see Minions, I see...
She does some voice acting. These movies
Muppets. Taraji.
And this is why I give it to you.
And look.
I'll give it to you. I'll give you that.
When you're talking about the art form, right? Nobody gives a fuck about your car that you drove in to get here. We just care about your receipt. How many cars did you give a fuck about when motherfucker brought the car up and wanted to return the TV, Terrell, and it was damaged or it was broken or they didn't have the receipt or you really didn't know what the fuck is going on? How many times did you give a fuck about how long it took for them to get up here? We drove all the way up here. It'd be little shit that we'll complain about and we talk about. You up there talking about how you gotta pay Uncle Sam. We all gotta pay Uncle Sam. You up there talking about how you tired of working. We all don't want to work, you know? Yeah. And we gonna take our money that we work for, and we can go spend it to see your movie. As the producer, and I'm not, I just don't like the press run of we not getting paid enough on the movie run. Now you saying, well, Pete, that's gonna make people want to go see it. But what are people looking at our movie for?
Yeah.
At what point, you know what I'm saying? You could get up there and say that you're doing this for your black whatever beside you. But I just hope that holds true and it's not like a personal, I deserve more because I'm nominated. Fantasia don't have an Academy Award nominee, I don't think.
No, she got Tony. She got I know she got a Tony.
Black people, y'all don't think sometimes we focus too much on the doors being opened and glass ceilings being broken and not on just our art, you know? Like she said, I break another glass ceiling only to be put back down here. And I'm just trying to think about the glass ceiling that she talking about. Y'all don't like when I say this, but what glass ceiling are you talking about?
I think people have their own glass ceilings. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that she's not. I get what you're saying.
But you're talking about
the
industry.
For the actresses, for black actresses as a whole. But I think at that point she was talking about her own personal, thing. Because she's talking about if I got to be able to crash through my ceilings, and I get what you're saying because that is an overall conversation. But I think she was talking about her personal. Her personal thing versus she said, if I can't do it.
What was her last lead role? Proud Mary?
No. Taraji's last lead role as an actress was
Proud Mary. Or Coffee and Kareem.
Probably that, which was 2020. And in that, I believe she was a a supporting.
I'm gonna just keep it 100. This not no indictment
I don't know
on
if
Taraji's
Taraji
career
has
or her
ever been
ability.
a lead actress like that.
Proud Mary. She was lead actress in that. And that's why I'm saying, what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Acrimony.
Acrimony. Loved it.
That was good.
That's 2018.
That was 2018. So that was her last lead role.
I'm not here to shit on Taraji. I love her to death. And I feel like one day, if I were to ever become a director, I would want to work with Taraji. But like, y'all will soon see we progress by keeping it 100, not by getting emotional. Because I feel like when we get emotional about it, it seems like it don't go anywhere. Y'all say what y'all want about Monique, but it was more of a personal thing with her than it was just about like the wages not being there. And I think when you show confidence, this is The Color Purple. Like you look like you're so upset to be a part of the movie that you're in. Low key, Taraji.
Yep. And in closing, I'll just say this. Terrance is speaking from a very important perspective, because when you're thinking about art, whether that's music or whether that's, being an actor or actress, you have to think about your body of work when you come to the table. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, I'm an art major. Me and Terrance are art majors. We went to film school. We are very well versed in how this goes. Sometimes you gotta take some bullshit money, or you gotta take on the role where you may get paid less if it gets you, back on that level of performance. Yeah. Like Jonah Hill took a crazy pay cut to work with Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio for The Wolf of Wall Street. A lot of people don't know that. He took the craziest pay cut so they could get that film done. And he ended up getting nominated for an Emmy. For a Golden Globe. Mm-hmm. And it put him on a different level. You could say, his role as Donnie Azoff.
He was Oscar nominated. Keep it a hundo. He was Oscar nominated when he took that pay cut.
When he took the pay cut.
He was Oscar nominated already for Moneyball.
He was. That's true. So that's where like the conversation.
He took the pay cut though for art. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna hear talking about Uncle Sam and they take half and all of that. All right. Now this is what we're not supposed to do.
Yeah. And that's where the conversation is a little bit different. When you're on the inside of the industry, right? It's easy for us to just look at a Taraji interview and get emotional. First of all, we love Taraji. She's hometown. She's PG County.
Love her.
But we have to keep it 100 behind the way the shit look. But y'all put in the comments what y'all think.
Turn up, man. NFL picks. Week 16.
It's
crazy. This used to be the last week of the NFL season for my folks who've been watching football since he was a little bit younger. Mm-hmm. But we got a couple more weeks left, unfortunately. And there is respect that needs to go out this week. I had a better week this week than Terrell for NFL picks.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Go ahead.
I had a better week this week, NFL picks.
You did.
Like to see it.
By a couple games, I went 7-9. You only had me by a couple games.
No, I'm just saying I had a better record this week. Because for the last 5-6 weeks, bro, I haven't had a better record than you in weeks, probably.
That's true. That is the truth. Respect for last week. Let's get to it. First of all, the Chargers got destroyed. And they ended up firing everybody. But 63-21, I will never forget being in the shower and I just opened the thing and saw 49-0 and said, am I tripping?
They got dogged. And I picked, of course, the Chargers.
I picked the Chargers too, I believe.
Respect going to the Raiders. I didn't know that they were on the brink of a whole fuck this season thing. The Chargers, I'm thinking, to start this season, were Super Bowl contenders.
They always put them in a conversation they don't belong. I'm a Broncos fan. We see it every year. The Chargers are going to be they're going to win a 10-win team. No, the fuck they're not. Y'all suck. Y'all haven't won shit.
We do the same thing.
With our teams?
With like our inside teams. Like with the Giants and the Eagles, we be having little insiders.
But let's be quick with this because we running for real. Bengals won. Colts beat the Steelers. I gotta give it up.
Gotta put respect on the Lions because the Lions beat the Broncos.
The Lions went out there and did that to us.
Respect on Joe Flacco and the Browns.
They went out there and, hey.
I called the Panthers that was going to win against Atlanta. I felt good about that. Got to put respect on
Buffalo Bills.
To the Rams.
Oh, the Rams went out there and beat Washington. I knew that was going to happen. The Bills went out there and beat the Cowboys. I picked the Cowboys.
I picked the Bills.
In Cowboy fashion.
And I got to put respect on Ravens. I picked the Jaguars.
I think I picked the Patriots, so respect to the Chiefs, even though it's fuck y'all.
And y'all, even though the season is ending, y'all will see with the brand new day of Tuesday for the podcast. These NFL picks and certain things like that is going to feel way better because we won't be so far behind with our recaps.
Exactly.
We'll be able to pick next week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All of that. And y'all will be able to get the old one.
Yep.
Which is dope. Also, we was thinking about NFL picks for next year, maybe not even being a part of the full pod
And being something separate.
and just being something separate that just gets uploaded right beside it. Because we know some of y'all are about it.
Last respect goes to the Seattle Seahawks. Let me tell y'all some Eagles fans. I called it. I said y'all was going to lose 3 in a row. That's what I said. And I've watched analyst after analyst after analyst blame everybody, you know, or say, oh, well, it's this, well, it's that. Y'all had the conversation about y'all man.
Yeah.
Number 1, who threw 2 picks. Did you see how everybody danced around the Jalen Hurts conversation? Everybody danced around. And when y'all winning, it's, hey, he's a winner. So what? He's leading the league in turnovers. He's a winner. Now you lost 3
can
straight.
we not do this?
I'm sorry, I just said
Every time we do NFL picks, you want to go on a hate train for Jalen Hurts. I'm so sick of it.
I just wanted to tell. This is the thing, Terrance. You don't get my tweets. When I make a take about the Eagles,
I'm saying
I be
save it.
wrong. I'm wrong, whatever, and then I be right. This time I've been right 3 times in a row. I just wanted to say that. I deserve respect. 3 in a row. 3 times in a row. 3 times in a row.
Give it to the nigga. But don't y'all feel like y'all tired of Eagles fans? I know y'all tired of it.
Hey, when I'm wrong, I'll be wrong. Week 16, we have a full slate. 0 teams on a bye week. Everybody strapping up. Thursday night, we got
You saying it like it's gonna mean anything? You know what I'm saying?
No, I just
There's no more bye weeks because it's too late in the season, and most of these motherfuckers' seasons are over.
We got
these
3.
games are the worst games to pick.
We got basically it just means we got more games.
More games.
So we got Saints at Rams. Quick.
I'm going with the Rams. I think the Rams got some good shit cooking. I like what I see from Stafford. Fuck it.
I'm going with the Rams too. I think the Rams are the most dangerous.
And I have zero
Fringe
faith
team.
in the Saints. None.
Yeah, me either. Even though the Saints are also, this is a good game because both of these teams are kind of in a hunt. Like
It's funny
have a
because
shot if they went out. So.
I was saying the same thing about the Rams like 3 weeks ago. Fuck the Rams.
But they started winning because guess who came back? That man. They put up a $110 on y'all. So we both picked the Rams Saturday. So we got football all weekend. So Saturday at 4:30, you got Bengals at Steelers. This is a rivalry. I'm going to pick the Bengals. I like that young man that they got out there. Jake Browning or whatever his name is.
I think I'm going to pick the Steelers. Steelers going to be at home. Mike Tomlin don't like losing. I'm picking the Steelers to be sneaky here.
All right, bet. Bills at Chargers. Bills. Chargers. Y'all don't
Bills
even have
at Chargers. I'm going to pick the Bills.
y'all don't even have a head coach. I'm picking the Bills. The Bills are still a threat. They just whooped the Cowboys' ass. Colts at Falcons. I'm going with the Colts, man. The 8-6 Colts.
I'm going to go with Gardner Minshew and the Colts, too.
Yes.
I'm going with Minshew and the Colts.
Packers at Panthers.
Packers, Panthers. I'm going with Pack Show.
I'm gonna go with the Panthers as well. I'm sorry, Packers as well.
But you know what? We need the Panthers to go out there and low-key win out. Panthers. I'll be rooting for the Panthers, but I'm going to pick the Packers.
This is an interesting game. Browns at Texans. This is a game that Texans fans think they're going to just win out. The Browns.
fact that the Browns are 9-5 is insane.
I'm telling you, Kevin Stefanski, their coach, he should be coach of the year. So much adversity and to be 9-5. I'm going to pick the Browns to win this game on the road against the Texans. I don't think the Texans are who everybody said they was. They got hype for them. CJ Stroud has been playing great. He was an MVP candidate. I just don't think the Texans are going to be able to hold this. Now, if y'all do, cool.
Yeah.
Lions at Vikings. This is a big rivalry, but I'm going to pick the Lions.
I think I'm going to pick the Lions. They 7-7?
The Vikings, yeah.
Lions. That's nuts that they're 7-7 though.
I know. Well, they lost Kurt.
They lost Kurt.
They lost
having a good season.
Jettis left the game early, like first game back, left the game. So like it's been a terrible season for them. Commanders at Jets, y'all are losing.
I'm picking the Jets.
Y'all losing.
We need to lose out.
Y'all losing. I'm picking the Jets. Seahawks at Titans.
Seahawks.
I'm picking the Seahawks, man.
Watch the Titans go out there and get crazy though.
I know, right? Jaguars at Buccaneers.
Bucks.
I'm picking a bounce back game for the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence lost me my fantasy football playoff game. All he had to do was get me 17 points and I would have been all right.
You know what? The Jags will go out there and beat the Buccaneers. I'm going to pick the Jaguars.
I'm picking the Jags. Cardinals at Bears. I'm going to go Cardinals.
I'm going Cardinals too. We need the Cardinals to beat the Bears.
K1 going to get this win.
Even though we need the Bears. Yeah. Come on, Cardinals.
Yeah.
Come on, Cardinals. Get that W. Stack that W so we can get that number 2 spot.
Rest of these games are like games of the week games. Except us.
Yeah.
But 425, you got Cowboys at Dolphins. And this is tough, but I'm picking the Dolphins.
They're at home. I'm picking the
At
Dolphins.
home. Yeah. That's going to be a tough one, Cowboys. But I'm picking the Dolphins. 8:15 Sunday night. My Broncos.
Hey, y'all got a lot of primetime games this year.
No, we don't. We just finally getting into our primetime swing. Trust me, I've watched every game on League Pass.
Y'all just got primetime last week, wasn't it?
On
Y'all
Thursday,
were just Thursday,
on Thursday
Sunday,
night.
something night?
But we haven't been Monday night, Sunday night.
Terrell,
This is
y'all
our last
was.
one. Like last week was the first.
Y'all was supposed to be
And
Monday
then-
night and what's the name night? A couple of nights this week, right? Y'all got some nights?
This is the first time we getting our shine on a regular where everybody watch. Patriots at my Broncos. We have to win out. I'm picking my Broncos. At home, we not losing. We're going to finish the season 10-7. If everything goes right.
Raiders at Chiefs.
Raiders at Chiefs. I'm picking the Chiefs. Raiders, I know y'all went out there
I'm
and beat
picking
it.
the Chiefs too.
I'm picking the Chiefs.
I'm gonna play it safe and pick the Chiefs, but I feel like the Raiders got something in the water over there.
They
Something
just
in the
put up
water.
63 points on the Chargers. They coming with a damn mission.
And that was also a rivalry, so it's like, fuck these niggas, let's run it up.
I'm picking the Raiders.
Picking the
I'm
Raiders.
picking the Raiders to win the roll. Fuck the Chiefs. Kadarius Toney is terrible. Giants at Eagles.
Picking the Eagles. Giants. You
I
know
know
what,
they play-
Giants? I would love for y'all to go out there and win. Fuck it. But I'm picking the Eagles. Safe pick.
The Italian Stallion. I'm picking the motherfucking New York Football Giants. If the Eagles lose 4 straight, that would be crazy. I don't really think it's going to happen. But I'm picking the Giants just in case. I'll be wrong.
And we
then
got the
Monday night is the game of the week.
Beyonce Super Bowl matchup. Rematch.
Mm-hmm.
Ravens versus 49ers. I will never forget Ray Lewis and Colin Kaepernick. Random.
The 2 best teams in the National Football League.
Arguably.
No, they're both 11-3 and 11-3.
Wow. I'm definitely picking the 49ers.
I'm picking the motherfucking Baltimore, Lamar Jackson, Big Trust Ravens.
Ravens.
Everybody loves to talk about the Eagles, Cowboys, Chiefs, and 49ers. When they talk about the best team in the league, nobody brings up the Ravens, but they keep finding ways to win.
The Ravens do find ways to win.
I'm picking the Ravens.
I'm picking the 49ers on the strength, but I just feel like, I feel like the 49ers are the most dangerous team in the league.
They are.
Ravens, for some reason, seem like they winning games, but don't seem like this dangerous-ass team.
No, you're right.
Am I tripping?
Nah, because Lamar will throw a pick or they'll be down and have to come back. But they be finding ways to win. And
They do.
honestly, it's going to be tough because San Fran at home. But I'm going to pick the Ravens, man. I got a Lamar agenda. I'm picking the Ravens. Hopefully I'm not wrong.
That's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough.
But look, y'all, that's week 16, and that's episode 180. It's a special episode, longer episode, 180 you added across. You'll understand that is the essence of everything that we do, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the realest nine tapping in on Patreon.
Yes, sir.
Let's lock in.
Enjoy y'all Christmas, man. Enjoy the days off. Spend it with family. Till next time.
New Year coming. Get them goals ready.